It's insane for you to be going through that, and then like, yeah, that is weird. So I don't know. I just find that just very strange. So I'll stay quiet. So because we're live, it says we're live. Okay, so
Yeah, we're live. It's all good. Our people on the Facebook can see the behind the scenes. Everybody else is just like listening. I think I'm going to change my intro song. It's actually starting to annoy me. I'm like, I need
well,
something here.
you got to change your song.
Yeah, I'm going to change my intro song. That's what I'm going to do.
You got to change it. You got to change it. I'm actually sending
Man,
it
you're
out.
just the man of the hour. Listen to all those ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-chings. Okay, here we go.
I know that's what's crazy. So
WAPA crew and new listeners, secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, December 17th, Sunday, December 18th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and we are broadcasting live from the Mile High Clubhouse tonight. I'm so glad you guys could join us. I hope you had an awesome weekend and an awesome beginning. Well, an awesome week, an awesome beginning to your weekend. Like this weekend has been so freaking freezing cold. It's been insane. Like it's been the coldest weather ever that I've ever experienced. I don't know if that has to do with global warming or whatnot, but yeah, it ain't been pretty. It ain't been nice. It's been a bit nipply. Like I was telling Chris, it's colder than a witch's tit. Yeah, it's been insane. Global
yeah, I mean
warming.
the weather. Yeah, yeah, and it's crazy. Yes, I mean to me, I cannot even tell you how crazy this weather is. I can almost tell you this is really profound weather. I mean, because it's cold up here. We're gonna get some of that weather from the east and the west coast. Some of it's hitting Colorado as we speak. There's parts of California that has snow. All even eastern states have snow. Washington. Um, it's been just insane. And then today, I'm gonna tell you something. Today we were actually talking about something very interesting today. Um, this is what happened to me last night. Okay. So get this. So I'm asleep from last night. I've been sleeping good. I go to bed. All of a sudden, Tess, I wake up, right? I'm awake. And like I get up. It's dark. It's still daylight. It's daytime. Around maybe 2, 3 in the morning. I look around and I'm looking at the ceiling and I could see like it seemed like everything was like spinning. Like not literally like everything was spinning. It felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt this just very strange. I just felt very just I don't know if it's just off or I just felt like something wasn't right. So I had to get up on I got up and put my shirt on and then I had hold on to the edge of the bed because I started feeling when I stood up. I started feeling like the ground, like I was trying to, I guess I was still out of my body. So I had to realign because I felt like there was like two of me. I can't describe it. I just felt like two of
Yeah,
me.
kind of like it was you and like your spirit, or like kind of
Yeah,
like a double
like,
take.
yeah, and it was weird. I just felt very, like nauseated, not nauseated, but not throwing up nauseated, but kind of felt
But you got
like
the
I was getting a
spins.
dizzy. Yeah, like I had the spins. And I looked and I said, is it just me or am I losing my damn mind? So I had to like shake it off. It didn't want to go away. I go into the kitchen I told them I went to the restroom first, and then I had to do whatever, and then brushed my teeth, went into the kitchen, and I still felt like that for because I woke up around 9:30, 10. So it was for about maybe an hour and a half. I felt like that. I felt like I was high. That's the best way to describe it.
Right?
So throughout the day, maybe around 11 today, my friend posted all that stuff we saw on Facebook. She went to the store and left my shit everywhere and left my stuff everywhere.
I saw your matches. I was like, I don't hand those out because I only got like 3 or 4. I'm keeping that for my survival.
Yeah,
No,
I
I've
know
given
because
a
you
couple
know,
friends that too, but yeah, I didn't get
yeah,
a lot like she did.
yeah.
So
I'll send you some. I'll just get your address later. And then it went away maybe about 12, 11:30. I ate and I still felt it. And I thought, what the hell's going on? Like, this is not me. So me and Johnny had were talking, and we were talking to some guy named Brian, good friend of hers, he's a good friend of mine too. I didn't even know he was on my Facebook. So before the show, we were talking about how we felt. Uh, Johnny had felt the same thing over there. She woke up, felt very strange, and we found out that we had the same pattern. So I told her, I said, before the show, I need to talk to somebody that maybe has the same symptoms or same weird feeling today. She said yes. She talked to his friend. We were on this for about an hour. I told, and then I had my friend Amy. I'm pretty sure you remember my friend Amy. We had her in
yeah.
chat. We talked to her. She was doing research for us. So she's still doing research as we speak. And we came up with
Oh.
that. We came up with that it's a underground. There's a lot of landlines.
Mm-hmm.
So people are going to start being very just like out of whack. And then I came up with the weirdest things, of course, of me, of all things, that I was telling them. I said, what if the 5G towers are like this, running through the electricity, and it's spreading out just like, through the wires. It's going into our wires to electricity for all electricity to work, your light, everything, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then I told, and you should have seen the face after I said this. It's running through the electricity, coming out, and whatever is not electricity, they're using that electricity to throw some radiation into the air in our homes, through our TVs, through our 5G phones, to kind of like throw us off because they don't want the gifted people to know into it, because we were trying to figure this out. We still haven't figured this out. As maybe we can add you to the chat maybe tonight or tomorrow if you want. Um, and we figured out that it's basically we figured out that it's landlines. But I told him, I said, no, there's more. And everybody in the chat, when we were before the show, we were talking about it, and I said, this is deeper than landlines. This is deeper than 5G.
Yeah. It goes
And
to the
I'm telling you,
core.
and
It's going
and
to
yeah,
the core of
yeah,
the earth
and I could,
and
yeah,
us.
and that's what we were talking about too. See, it's funny that you're tapping into what we were talking about. That's exactly what we were talking about. The landlines, the underground, and all this.
And your
And then
core.
yeah, and then we figured out. Johnny was asking a question to her friend. She goes, "What if also the landlines and all the energy is affecting all the volcanoes to erupt?
The
All
fire
this,
already started. The whole
yes,
fire already started. It's like
yes." And it's so weird because I told Johnny and my friend Amy, I said, I need to talk about this on the show, because if people don't think that there is energy and this stuff is being manipulated, there's a lot of stuff crazy out there that's bigger than us. And it's just, um, I can't even tell you. It is so weird. Like, 'cause we were talking about it, and then my visions have been just getting abducted again. we were talking about scratch marks lately. I've been feeling very just like drained, like I'm just so tired, or like I don't even want to do anything.
Me too.
So, and it's just, again, we're just doing our research, and Amy's doing the research as we speak. So after the show, we're probably going to be doing some research on that. But yeah, it's just so weird. It is very weird. Since I don't even know what to make of it. Um,
No, it's been insane. And even people that are generally detached and they don't pick up on stuff, they're
mhm,
having dreams and they're telling me, like, these are like dreams, but these are different than dreams. Like,
mhm,
they feel more like it's real. And I'm like,
mhm.
yeah, it's really happening. This has been happening for a while now, but
But
welcome
see, but
aboard.
people don't. But the thing is that I think about this test is that people are not paying attention. I think the ones that are really affected by it, I would have to say that it's to the people that are more in tuned, and yeah, so it's just it's weird, and I can tell you that when I woke up today, I just felt like I told you I was out of line. I felt like, and then I kept thinking like I was trying to debunk it, thinking maybe it's I'm vertigo,
I
and
was
then
getting
I
that
kept
for a couple
thinking,
years too. It
and
finally let up like about 6 months ago. I kept getting
then
vertigo.
but we figured out that since me and Johnny and others are feeling this, it's not vertigo, it's something
I
else.
think
This is
it's like the core and the plates, and like there's a lot of stuff happening all at once. Not only in our world, but in the universe. Like, I don't know. There's a
hmm
lot of stuff happening.
yeah, to me it doesn't make sense. And this doesn't happen to me often. And then you know what? Johnny told me, and it freaked me out. Of course, she would say this. She told me that since that I should be used to this energy, and that it somehow heightened me more to where the abilities are sky high. That I'm absorbing this energy, and it's to where the everything that I say is just like dead on. And she says, "I'm not saying this because you know, you're my
My
friend and all this
mind.
other, but it's just I'm telling you this because you're good at what you do." And like I told her, I said, I take the compliments, I appreciate it. I don't rate myself because I don't. That's just me. Because I'm at the end of the day, I'm just me. But she said everything you've said in the past, even Amy said she was everything you have said has came true. Every damn thing. So what are the chances of you saying all these landlines that they're running through energy? Because if we're not outside in public, because they can get to the people that are out and about and doing errands, shopping, because
Mhm.
the 5Gs can get them because it's a radiation of energy. But what about the people that are at home? How do they get to them? Through the electricity.
It is, and people don't realize that. Okay, so we've seen certain movies, and one of them was like White Noise, I think was one of the first
Yes,
ones. And it's
yes, I
where he's
remember.
getting messages through his phone. But yeah, if they can go from, house to house, they can go through lines. They can go so far. It's
Eh,
amazing.
yeah, and they have better technology than what we have. And you know what I think? I think some of this has to do with NASA too. It has to do with all of them. They're all combining together because they
Awesome.
want to know what. Yeah, they want to know what we know. So
No,
I mean,
seriously, and they've been not NASA, but the government has been trying to
mm,
hide stuff from us for so long. Finally, they're like, "Oh, well, here, this one's out, so we'll let you have this, or this one's out, we'll let you have this." And then recently I saw that they were releasing some records about JFK, and of course the person was like, "Well, of course they didn't say anything about the government or anything else being involved with the JFK assassination, as well as another shooter being involved as far as Oswald is concerned." And I'm like, yeah, of course they don't, because they don't want to let you know. They
yeah,
want to keep it
yeah,
hidden as long as possible.
yeah, yeah,
But this stuff
and
is
it's
seriously happening. Even the UFO things, like it's little bitty things at first, then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Whether it's
and
bigger
it's weird.
things or bigger crafts.
And I was gonna ask, now that we're on the subject, Tess, did you feel anything today? Because I had talked to Amy. Guess what? She hasn't slept all day since yesterday. So she's wired.
Mm.
And then she told me that she felt so like, even though she has not slept, she was, I don't think it's because I haven't slept. She was, I'm feeling the energy like there, it's like something. And then I told her, I said, what if it's because you haven't gone to bed? And she said, no. I don't think so. Because she said, I
No.
feel it too. She said that she felt dizziness. And then she asked me, like, she knew what I was feeling. She was, did you feel this? And I said, yes. Well, did you feel this? Yes. Did it feel like everything was moving? I said, yes. It's the ley lines. And then she sent me a link, which I'm gonna send it to you. This really scares me. She sent me a picture of the ley lines of just in Texas by itself. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
send them to you on Messenger. And
All
if you
right.
look at the ley lines, okay, I'm sending it to you on Messenger. Tell me when you get it.
Oh, there it is.
Now, if you look
There.
at real carefully,
Holy shit.
if
Yeah.
you look in the
I'm making
middle,
a scarf right now.
if you make it the little, if you look to the like the middle of the look like right here, just look right here. I don't know if you can see my hand. Look at the middle of the mat. There's a pentagram in the middle.
Dude,
It's the five elements in the ley line.
that's insane.
Uh huh.
Oh
She
my. One of
and
these
that's
goes
just
right through
that.
Bluefield.
Yeah, and then she was talking, and that's just in Texas. And then she told me that she looked at it, she goes, Chris, I don't know how you're going to take this, but you're right in the middle of all that. That's why it's affecting you. But you have already kind of adapted to it, that it doesn't affect you as much. It's like actually enhancing you somehow because of
Oh,
the
yeah,
pentagram
because El
itself.
Paso is like right below you, right?
Uh huh. No, Pato's on the top, way at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, you're above El Paso, right?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
kind of in the same area like I am. Like, if you look at the area where right below Phoenix and other places like that, it goes up towards my area. It's like, holy shit. I'm kind of in the
Mm-hmm.
same sort of thing as you are, so that makes a lot of sense. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I'm hypersensitive, and I can tell you, I don't. That's what I was going to ask you before the show. How have you been feeling? Because today I woke up weird. Johnny woke up weird. Amy's
I did
feeling
too.
kind of off too. I felt like I felt woke up and all of a sudden I felt dizzy, and I thought, this is not me. I know I'm intuitive, but damn, what is this stuff? I was like, what is it?
No, it's like not only in our daily lives, but it's in our dream realm. And we're trying to sleep, trying to get rest so we can
Yeah, and
help people the next day.
that's what
And
is
we're going
happening.
through these real life like visions. It's not a dream, it's a vision. And you get less sleep that way because you're actively processing this. You can't get the usual sleep you do. You can't be the person you could be the next day. And it's insane. And it's not just affecting us, it's affecting those close to us. Like my husband was like, I had a dream the other night and it wasn't just a dream. I'm like, welcome aboard. Would you like some peanuts?
Yeah, and it's so weird because today it's like I had told everybody in chat. I said, "There's more to it. There's something that we're missing." And then I tapped into like an underground city underwater, and one of
Tunnels.
them was asking me, yeah, one of them was asking me in what part of the ocean, and I said, I don't know why, but I get the Pacific.
Yeah, and there was a thing about Pangea, and I can't recall the name of the original ocean, but how large it is compared to the Pacific. Well, it's like, 2, 3 times larger, but I don't know. There's a lot of things under the ocean that are very, very creepy, very, very scary. And that's why instead of going deeper into the ocean, we're like, let's go to space so we can find out from this because they're afraid of what's going on. I even saw an article last week where people are afraid of the aliens crawling out of the ocean, and it looked like starfish, but they were huge and they're
What?
like crawling out of the ocean, like, and everybody's like, ah! Hide your wife,
What?
hide your husband, hide your kids. Shit's getting real.
Yeah, and then like we were talking about scratch marks because I didn't tell you this, but maybe about back in October, November, I had a mark here, had a mark here, had a mark here, but it burned.
It
And
burns
then
bad.
yeah, and then she had one right here, down lower, a little bit lower,
Oh yeah.
and it was at the and it was weird because we had them at the same time, and I thought,
So you're talking
the fuck?
about
Like I had scratch because I used to have scratch marks when I was 10, but they were there for weeks. And you know how when you're in school you don't think about it 'cause you think maybe you fell and scratched yourself. No, these were on for weeks. When I was going to school, I had like marks on my arms, like you would think I had cut myself, but I didn't. I had little marks here on my hair, and it burned. And I thought, I get that from? And I mean, it burned, but it healed itself and it went away. See, during that time that happened to me, I was abducted. So I kind
you're
of like,
trying to get away and they're
I was trying to
grabbing
get
you.
them. They're grabbing me with their nails.
Yep.
So when I was little, I wasn't thinking it. I mean, my soul knew what it was, what was causing it, but my physical self didn't have that memory. But intuitively, it's like marked from because I was processing that I forgot that I had was running from them, and then I just forgot about it. And I thought, maybe it's just my imagination. And then as I got older, I started doing more abduction. They kept touching me more, experiencing on me more, and then it stopped. Now it's starting up again. Now they're not touching me here, they're not touching me here. They're getting here, here, and then now that I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking to you, which is kind of weird that every time I talk to you, I'm getting these images in my head. And you know why I think they scratch me
Because
here?
we're connected. Like even when we first connected, I was just like, I don't know, it felt really weird. I was like, Dave, how do I know this is okay? And he's like, just talk to him, get a reading, whatever. Like after that, cut so glued. You were my
and
little
now,
big brother.
now I know why it makes sense because what right here is the throat chakra.
Mm.
So it's connected to my throat because I'm speaking.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah, we
that's
use
probably
that a
why.
lot. It's insane though, because I don't know. I've just felt really connected to you since then, and a lot of people that come through you or I don't know if you feel the same way, but totally my
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
This is my
yeah,
long lost family. Where the fuck have you been? Like it's been amazing.
yeah. And then, like, you remember that one time when me and you and Amy, when she was listening to the show, when I told you, I don't even know how we came across it, but we were talking about something. And then I told you something about a building, and then you said something about you were like trying to think of what it was. And then I remember saying the states,
I was like
and then
trying to like I
yeah,
saw
the
one
state,
part of it and I was trying to expand.
yeah. And then I was like, and then I thought this is weird because when I looked, Amy validated us, and there was a shooting. Do you remember that, Tess? There was a
Yes, I
shooting.
do. And there was a
Where was
water
it? Though? What
the
was it? Do you
water
remember?
thing. Yes, it
Where
was a
was it?
mall.
I forgot what.
I believe it
What?
was in either Texas or Oklahoma, but it was a mall, and there was a water feature, not only indoors but outdoors. But I remember like having the water feature, and there was a
Mm-hmm.
shooting, and I'm hiding behind the water feature because you can't see me through that. So you can't
Mm-hmm.
shoot me unless you just willy nilly shoot through that. In case you're like, oh well, somebody's hiding behind that for sure. I'm gonna shoot. So that was my main thing as far as like hiding from whatever was going to happen. But yeah, seriously. Oh, we got a
That
call
was.
coming in.
Oh, we have a call
Oh
coming in.
my goodness. Oh, I can't even hear him. Can you hear him?
I heard nothing. You know
Okay,
what's
let
funny?
me.
You know
Hold on,
what's
Christopher. We're
crazy?
going to try to figure this out. Go ahead,
How
Chris.
when they were calling, I kept hearing an interruption, like a buzz, like a. And it's funny how we're talking about this.
Yeah, let me
You're
see
you're
if
you're. We're,
Chris, I'm going to try to invite you onto this StreamYard and see if that works, okay? Okay, go ahead, Chris Garcia.
but it's so weird because I mean it's weird that now that you're telling me you're experiencing it, so that's me. There's like there's like five of us now, Tess, with you. So that tells me we're gonna have a chat because this magnetic energy is insane. I can tell you this is something, even though we can't pinpoint where it's coming from, but this is so deep that I feel like they're trying to manipulate something. And you know what's weird as I'm tuning this? Somehow, I don't even know how this is because it's some kind of crazy. They're trying to manipulate time
Mm-hmm.
and slow time. It's almost like the movie The Matrix, where everything is in slow motion and nobody's like aware of you. It's like China, you're just invisible, but you're aware of everything outside your energy field. I don't know why the Matrix comes to me, but I remember I think I forgot his name, T Reeves, and I think it's Samuel Jackson, I think that comes in that movie. But I don't know why the Matrix come to me.
I don't
That's
know. I just
weird.
remember
Where
Keanu
he
Reeves
goes
was sitting there and he was talking about the Matrix to some kids, and he's like, and they wake up and they realize they're in a simulation and blah blah blah, and the kid's like, it's okay, I don't care, and he's like, you really don't care that this is a simulation? No, I'm good. He's like, kudos to you. Well, let's continue.
That was a long time ago. I don't even know when that movie was made. You know what?
It was
I'm
repeated
actually.
how many
Yeah,
times?
hold on, let me see. Let me look it up while I'm on. Since we're Matrix movie.
While you're adding
Uh,
that, we have Mr. Christopher Wayne Fisher. Hopefully we can hear him here.
How do I
okay,
sound?
You
you
sound
sound
good.
good.
I can hear you.
Very good. I'm glad finally something worked.
Right?
Let's see,
We
I'm
did
looking.
it. Yeah,
Um,
Skype wasn't working. I know how to set the sound for
oh,
me
it's
and Chris, but not for
19,
callers.
1999. 1999. Test.
1999. Didn't
Huh?
Prince sing a song about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh my
Don't you want to go?
God.
1999. Don't you want to go?
Wow. Wow. Oh, I
It's
don't even know about
true.
all this. This is scary. This is some scary stuff. Well, hi, Christopher.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, mighty man.
So, what can I help you with today, sir? And I know that you're freaking out. I don't know if you heard the whole conversation, but we have had some weird stuff happen to me, but it's kind of like normal. It's what we
I
call
was
people.
also dozed off, but I fell asleep. I dreamed I was walking through a portal, and it was during a time period when my mother was around 8 or 9 years ago. I was like,
I'm gonna, okay, I'm going to ask you now that you mentioned that. Are you, I don't know why I'm getting this feeling from you. When you're in this portal, you're dozing off. Outside of your portal, can you have a memory of what were you doing before you fell asleep? Because I feel like you were like sitting down and you just got tired and you just went like out of your body.
Yeah, I shut down.
How long were you gone? Can you recall? Like, what did it feel like? How long were you gone? How long were
I
you
can
gone?
tell you how long because I can look at because I was right at my computer. I can look at the log of where my last time I typed something in this
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, okay.
45 minutes ago.
Okay. So then you were, even though it was 44 minutes, but sometimes when you dream, it's like forever. So that's telling me that you're connecting, even though you probably don't know if you were listening to the show, but something tells me that you're connecting to what's going on. So,
Yes. And
you,
I now
hold on.
and so you can walk into a different timeline, can't you?
I think some of us can, but we're not supposed to be aware of that. I think some of us can do that, but some of us are not supposed to be aware of that. So like right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have the 7 of Swords right now. I feel like there's something that you're actually getting rid of, is what I see with the 7 of Swords. They're like trying to poke you, but it's not working. And then I can see a reconciliation because I get the 2 of Cups, meaning that you're gonna be reunited soon. The people you're gonna see is in the astral. That's what I'm seeing. You're gonna see people that you're gonna reconnect with, and it's gonna be a reunion. As I see, I see like a celebration with that portal. It might be the portal. Okay, well, hold on. It's a portal to talk to your loved ones. It's not really like heaven, but it feels like heaven. So that means
I
that,
think it's the in between, like
yeah, that's what I was.
the waiting
Yeah, it's what
room.
it feels. Yeah, it's like you're
Yeah,
waiting.
I've been
They
there
can.
before.
So that tells me that in that room, what you're saying to us is that he can only. I'm being told he can only go so far, because if he goes further, that means he's crossing over.
Right.
There's like a gate. They have to meet like halfway. You understand what I'm saying? They have to meet.
Yeah.
So if they want to see, we can meet him and say, "Don't pass this line," because once you
Yes,
pass this line, you're going to be resurrected. That was weird that I just said that. Okay,
you'll be.
that's
Yeah, you'll be
No
in
time
that
for that.
timeline. You won't be here. You'd be in that timeline.
oh wow. Okay, well then that makes sense. Look what just came up
Yeah.
when I said that. You're in another world when you go there. Another world. The world card
Look at
says so
that.
that you're.
Okay, the circle, that's always a portal. That's a portal right there.
Yeah, supportive. So that means that he's connecting. Even though there's a lot of weird stuff going on with me, you, and others, but I'm being told that it's affecting him in a way, but he's used to it just like me. It's not affecting him. He feels the vibration of the cycle of what's going on, but he's still doing his work when he's asleep, and he's still doing his work when he's awake. So
That's
that
why
means
you're
that
always
if you're always in tune. It's not affecting me. I just feel it, and it's like thinking to myself, why is this stuff happening to me? So it's kind of like it doesn't affect him, but it's just something that he's used to. And for some reason, Christopher, I just feel like your mom's coming through, and she says that she's waiting for you, and that she'll be waiting for you on the other side when your time is coming.
mm-hmm.
She's
When
there.
you
I see
pass,
that
she
you.
will come for
Yeah,
you.
she'll come for you. So if you're kind of concerned, if you're gonna be hated at the gateway, I'm being told that you will, and you'll be
Mm.
you'll be together again. So enjoy while you have the time. Just know that there is gonna be. Okay, that was weird. What the hell did they tell me that for? There is gonna be a time shift for you. I don't know what that's about, but there is a time frame or a time pause. Like time's gonna slowly go slow for you, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna see like everything is moving slower, but it's not really moving slower. It's just like you're gonna see everybody moving slower, but it's like everybody's doing like regular, but everything is being slow for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that make sense to
Yes, I also learned
you?
that some people actually jumped while alive and they end up being a different timeline. That has
Okay.
happened too.
Okay, so then that means that when they jump, they have to know where they're going before they look back. Because I'm seeing and it's weird. I'm seeing charmed in my head. I'm seeing like the trick sign, the 3 point whatever. I forget what you call it, the trick, and I'm seeing like them draw it in my head. But this is not. Well, it goes with you, but it's like a portal. So when
Yeah,
they call on something and they say a certain way to open that door, and when they see it coming, they see this beautiful blue light, beautiful. It's like the
Yeah, it's like
background of Tess,
electric blue.
like it's like the light behind Tess. That's what I'm seeing. Is that when it opens, it's like the door's like this, but when you go through that portal, it goes like this and it opens. Once you walk, once you walk towards it, it sucks you like a vacuum. Once you walk in, you could see who's behind you. But once you go all the way, it closes and there's nothing there. So if people are crossing time, they need to know how to come back. Otherwise, they're gonna go back into another time frame, another life, different tradition, different. And that's weird that I'm seeing that with him. I'm seeing like he's going through a portal and his face looks different. He looks younger. He sees people that he hasn't seen in this life because they're in the other portal. They're living that life, but that life is eternal. So they're not dead. They're very much alive. Does that make sense?
yes.
And it's
Yeah,
weird. That's
I can
because
feel
when I'm
like
seeing that, when
I
I'm
went
seeing
back
that light,
to 2012. Where I was
wow.
at
there's a
the
lot of
dream.
people waiting for Chris because every time he does a ghost box or whatever, so many different voices coming through.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people
Yeah.
waiting to take you. They'll be like, "It's okay, Chris. Come on, we're having a party tonight. Let's go."
And you know what's so weird, Tess? When I see that background of you, that's why I'm seeing the portal like exactly in that blue. What color is that blue? Is that like a what color is
It's
that?
like
Like
electric blue. I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
electric
that's
blue.
that's what I'm seeing through that portal. It's like I'm seeing charm for my mind, and it's like that kind of not exactly the form how they open the door, but it just goes zoop, like an like an elevator, but it's a different type of elevator where it's a beam of light. Once you go into that beam, it closes, and then you're just like, "Where's the portal?" It sucks you like a
Just
vacuum.
like a little steam.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
extremely rare to cross this when you're still in your body. Most of the time, it's after you're deceased.
Well, that's if you're aware of it. Some of us, when we go into different dimensions, that's why you have that. What is it called? A Bluetooth cord? Yeah, you have it on your stomach. With that cord, you can go anywhere you want.
That's why
We
in a
don't see it when we sleep.
hmm
Okay, that's
that's why
weird.
some people in
Can y'all
like
hear
in
me?
the forest in Japan, for example, there are
Oh
stories
my
of
God.
people
Tess,
crossing over without
get
dying.
this. As I'm talking, I cannot hear you. I have to say, I can't hear you. Right when I talked about that portal, I can't hear you. I can hear you on the tablet, but not on the headphones.
Weird.
I think we opened a can of worms.
Damn it,
It
mighty
happens
man.
every time. Every time.
Or was it
It's
me?
like y'all just went muted. Hold on.
What the
Okay, talk
crack?
through the tablet and see if I can hear you.
What would happen if I go back that far? I would forget who you were, would I? Because 8 years ago was
I
before I
can't
even
hear
met
you.
you.
He can't hear you all of a sudden.
This
That's
is
weird.
weird. Okay, let me see if it's still
Yeah.
connected.
Sorry, we're having paratechnical issues at the moment.
I'm paired up. Why can't I hear y'all? This is so
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
confused.
This is weird.
Oh,
What
can y'all hear
happened?
me?
Maybe I should
Let's
Go
mute
like
kick
and
this
then
if you can
myself
hear me.
out of it.
unmute.
Can y'all hear me? Just go like this.
Yeah.
Can
Yes,
you
I
hear me?
hear you.
I can hear you. Red rum,
I
red
can't hear
rum.
Christopher or you.
What?
Red rum,
It
red
happens every
rum,
time.
Red
They're
rum,
like,
red
red
rum.
rum. Oh, you remember
hold
that
on, let me
scene
see
from
if my
Screaming?
hold on. I don't want
Yeah,
to
maybe
exit
go
out.
out and come back in.
Hold on, let me see if I maybe turn off my Bluetooth. Then we do it again.
Ew, that is so weird.
This is
Did your
so
headphones
weird.
die? Did your headphones
Now I can't see
die?
y'all.
What the fuck? Okay, let's hang
Oh
up.
my
Try
god,
again.
this is hilarious. Okay, now I can see
You
y'all.
want me to hang up too, or
You
just
can hear us
Chris?
now? No, stay there. We'll see what happens.
Okay,
Holy shnikes.
Chris
This is
just
weird.
froze for a second.
Yeah, he did.
Can hear you,
Can
Tess.
you hear us now?
I can't
You
hear
hear
y'all.
me?
Testes. 1,
Oh
2,
my
3.
god.
Testing.
I think I should be quiet because they're like, Chris, you're saying too much. They're gonna make you stay quiet now.
Right row.
They're like,
Oh shit.
Chris, you're saying too much. We're
Shut
gonna
your
mess with
mouth.
your electricity.
I'm gonna mute you and unmute you.
Weird.
Very weird. Can you
I
hear us
still
now?
can't hear you, Tess. You unmuted me. I still can't hear you.
Holy shite.
Testing.
Okay,
I'm
now
going to mute for a second and unmute.
okay, now I can hear you.
Yes.
Testing.
Okay. Yay. Because I muted you, then I unmuted you, and so hopefully that works.
I
Okay,
also
now I can. Okay.
muted and unmuted also.
Okay, now I can hear you. This is weird.
There are technical issues, baby. It really does happen for no apparent reason. Nobody touched anything. All of a sudden, can't hear shit. Like, why? There's no apparent reason.
You know what,
Ain't
Chris?
this
Christopher?
weird?
I think, Christopher, I think when you talked about Portal, shh, don't talk too much because they're listening.
You're like, Bink!
It'll be okay to talk about this, but a couple nights ago, I was dreaming like I was in, started out with Christmas music. Then later on in the dream, I dreamed that I was in danger and I had to find a way out, and I did.
Oh, wow. Wow. When did this happen?
2 nights ago.
Okay, you know why I'm being told that happened? Is because you know too much. Excuse me.
Not too much.
They're telling me is that you were being chased. Okay, by any chance, without you saying much, don't say, just say yes or no. And then if you say yes, I'll tell you. And if you say no, I'll tell you something else. Now, before you answer that, do you turn around at any time in your vision? Did you just turn around to see what was behind you? Yes or no?
No,
Okay. I had a feeling you were going to say no for some reason. I just want to press that, Gary. Okay,
He's a no
so
man.
if you did not, okay, so if you were running, by any chance, were you like in an area where there was a lot of grass, but there was like a road that was dirt?
at night, I left the house. I was walking fast, not running.
Okay, but for some reason in my head, I'm seeing you running.
Yeah, for me, that would be.
Okay, well then I'm gonna tell you what I'm being told to tell you. When you were walking and I'm seeing running, you're running from your self reflection. You're running from a part of yourself. There's something that you need to come clean with. There's something that you need to, how can I put it? You need to not complete with, but it's more of it's got to come with something to accept what it is, what it is, what it is, what things are, and the way things are. So it's kind of like there might be some things that you might not accept, but the things that you can change them. But the things that you cannot change, just leave it to God and let God take care of it. So that's telling me that a part of you is running up from yourself. There's something that you're running from the shadow of yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense to
It's
you.
a creepy feeling.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm being told that because there was one time, and I feel like you did the same thing I did because I had a dream when I was about 10, maybe 8, and I was running, and at first I didn't turn around, but I did, and I shouldn't have. There was somebody chasing me with an axe, and then when I looked back again, that person wasn't there. So that's telling me that I was running from something of shadow of my inner shadow, a part of like my twin, which meaning I was hiding
Like your
from
inner
something
self.
that I was, yeah, that I was hiding from something that I didn't want to accept. So in other words, my spiritual soul accepted my gifts, but my physical self didn't. You understand what I'm saying? Like my soul, my source and my chakras all connected to me, but my human self didn't connect with my gifts at that age. I was trying to run from it. I was trying to avoid the dark forces. I was running from the darker side of the unknown. What I was told was, no, 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 no. You ain't gonna get away from this because this is your destiny. This is your gift. What was behind you, it was not you. It was just that you were running from your true self. If you run from your true self, you're gonna feel kind of like a part of you is missing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm starting to understand why I had that weird feeling today. Or when I woke up, I felt like a part of me was trying to drift off, and and it was like a magnet. You're not going anywhere. So it kind of like I was trying not to. I didn't want to accept that I know there's changes coming, and I'm just not ready for change. And I think everyone that's going through this weird cycle crap, we're not used to this change because we're not the COVID. We're not used to this stuff. And the people that are very in tune, this is not the life that we remember when we were children. We never predicted we were going to wear masks at the age of 46. I
I
never
didn't
saw
think I
that
was going to
coming.
have to put a mask on my kids to go to school. Like, give me a
I know.
break.
We didn't. I didn't even have that when I went to school. We didn't have masks.
No, we were all sharing drinks and sharing food and sharing foodies, and it was all
Yeah.
cool. And now it's just like,
Oh, and
no.
another thing I'm picking up. Tax. Get this. Do you remember your? I'm gonna ask you a question. Don't go into too much detail. Do you remember some of your childhood? And this is for Christopher, you too.
Oh, yes,
Do
I
y'all
remember
remember?
tons of my
Okay,
childhood.
okay.
I
Remember
have
when we
very
went to
early
school?
memories that people say I shouldn't have.
Okay. Do you remember when you went to school? You could wear any clothes you want, any type of pants.
Yes,
It was okay. Don't ask me why I'm saying this. From when we were growing up, we could wear red, blue jeans, black pants, black shirt. Everything wasn't color coded. Now the next generation comes in and they have to wear khakis, white t-shirt. What happened to the color coding? What happened to the freedom of what you could wear? What does a white shirt mean for the kids? What does a khaki symbolize? So now
Yeah.
everything is color coded. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you said black khakis. Generally, khakis is like a beige color.
But when I was growing up, I wore Dickies and all types of pants. I didn't have to
Yeah.
wear I have to wear a white shirt with khakis. I could whatever the hell I want. I could wear jeans. I can wear blue jeans. shorts.
Good Lord, man. The things girls and guys used to wear back in
Yes.
the day. And then they were
Yeah.
allowing guys to wear, when they did start to, snap down on that, guys could wear their wrestling jerseys or their tank tops, but girls
Yes.
couldn't, because if I see your shoulders, it's kind of like seeing your ankles back in the day. Like, that's just too much.
Yes. Yeah. And
What?
now everything's
How come you can
even
do
with the
it and
girl.
not me?
Now the girls are all covered up. Now, what are the chances that I'm tapping into something else, Tess? Something with color coded, or something with a code? That's
Well,
scary.
I think a lot of it is like, if you're in
That is.
Cali or Phoenix or someplace like that, there's different gangs, different colors, whatever. It's like, oh, I can't wear red, blue, black, white. What can I wear now? Like, seriously, without
Yeah.
getting my ass capped, what am I allowed to wear? Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Even when people are like, oh, it's past Labor Day, you can't wear white pants anymore. Well, I'm gonna wear my white pants. Not that I don't have respect for past, but I like these white pants.
Now that I told you that, Christopher, even though you're tapping, I know you're probably tapping and you're freaking out. I can tell just by your face, but
I'm
what
tapping
is
into
it?
more recent stuff, like
Yeah,
I was saying
yeah.
8 years ago.
Now, so what do you think of the color coding and the way we used to grow up, where we could wear, and this generation? Do you see a difference or something
The
that's not
only
right about?
places that don't have that problem is if they force their children to dress code during school.
Mm,
Uniforms,
yeah.
then they don't do it out
Oh,
of school.
actually wore a uniform for a week. I went to Catholic school with my friend, and that was the
I
funnest
That
school ever.
it's actually beneficial because it forces the kids to rethink after
Well, I
when they're
think it's
not on school
beneficial to do,
property.
school uniforms, because people aren't like, oh, well, you're not wearing Tommy Hilfiger or Gap or whatever the case may be. You're wearing a school uniform. So they don't know how much money your family makes.
Mm-mm. I think everything was color coded,
It
and you
takes
know what?
away the urge to color code, the uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what I think too. I what they're trying to do is they're trying. When we were in our era, they knew that there was gifted people, but they were trying to like thinking that we wouldn't figure it out. And I guess they got tired of something with the color coding that I think now that they didn't want the school system to be the way that when we grew up. So I think that the higher forces had something to do with the white and the khakis. I think that there's
Yeah,
something deeper with the color coding, and it's like I don't even know
it's
why I'm bringing this
neutral.
up, but I'm feeling like there's something that it's going to come out of this conversation, and maybe maybe someone that's listening to the show, either if it's on StreamYard or on Skype or however you listen to the show, I don't know why, but I have a feeling that my phone is going to be ringing after the end of the show.
And I
I
did
think there's
share the
still.
link to get in. It really sucks, except for it doesn't, because now I don't have to pay for a phone line. Because for some reason, Christopher, when you called in, we couldn't hear you whatsoever. You should have patched in through me or Chris Garcia, but didn't happen. I saw your lips moving, couldn't hear a motherfucking thing you're saying. So I sent you that link, and I can hear you perfectly. So hey,
That
And you
is.
know
maybe
what's
I'm gonna get a cut
scary?
in my wallet, like
And you know
go
what's
have one
scary?
money for Cheetos or something later.
I have a paid Skype subscription that's still not working right.
Mm. Well, that's
Mm,
because you're a little test tube baby for Skype. You've always been
Because
like,
I'm
oh,
but
using
I'll
a
test this,
more
I'm gonna test that. Now they're like,
I'm
meep
using
meep.
a more recent version than
uh,
Yeah.
I don't
than
know why, Cass, but I think I'm tapping into something else, and it goes with everything that's going on. Wow.
Well, on that note, you guys, I hate to do it, but we do have to go to our first music break. So on this break, we're going to go to Jamaica, man. Okay, so we have and none of one of these guys didn't give me a call, but we have King Cinnamon from Biafra, Nigeria. And then he's also going to be singing Ala Imo Adarala. And then we have Mr. Hosni Bronx, who is originally from Jamaica, but he goes back and forth from Jamaica to the Bronx of New York, of all places. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
I like the way Tessa does it.
We're okay now to talk, right?
Yeah, but they can still hear.
Yeah, go for it.
They can still
Because I
hear
don't
us. So
want to be. But this is really weird. It's like I'm going to go for a lot of knowledge gaining. But in the final half of my life,
Well,
I'm
I'll be right back.
56.
I gotta go brush my hair because my eyeballs are floating.
Okay.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. Feel free to
I'll
get
see you
something
in a
to eat.
minute.
This break is basically, holy shit, I think it's 14 minutes and, hold on, 14 minutes and 26 seconds, probably 14 minutes and 6 seconds at this point. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
you know what? Keep in mind, Christopher, we are on live too. So if there's certain private things that you're talking about, we are on stream and we are on Facebook. So there's certain things that you have to not talk about. I wouldn't talk about depending on what it is. So just keep that in mind. But then again, for me, I don't care what I speak of. So that's why it shut me up.
And my life is pretty mundane, so there's nothing there for people to look into. It's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything is changing. Like I was telling Tess that I'm experiencing a lot of weird stuff. It's just noticing that there's others like us that are the visions are getting more intense. Our bodies are seeing the change in the weather. We're seeing that we're connecting more to. We know that the landlines are getting stronger. So it's kind of everything that before you came on, we were talking about like the side effects that everybody's been feeling. There's at least one, two, three, like five
Okay,
of us.
and you know what else is coincidental? A month after
Yeah.
my mother died, I was spoken to about the Mandela effect in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the same place that I
Oh
was
wow.
tonight in the dream, same place.
Mm. When was this though? Was this
What?
recent? Was this recent?
I dreamed the Mandela effect about 2.5 years ago, a month right after my mom died.
Wow. Wow.
And then now, when I had this dream tonight, it was at the same location.
Mm. So you were at the same location.
Yes, I'm in the same
Wow.
astral location, not physical.
Wow. Wow. I think with that, I think you're going to the same places. I think there's some places where I feel that you need to explore, but since you're comfortable in that area, so you won't explore anything else. I think there's a lot to do with that. I think there's a
Yeah,
lot more. There's a lot more stuff going on with you than what you realize. I think there's a lot more stuff that you're gonna come into, even though you're in your little comfort zone. But I think you're gonna see and perceive things differently. Your mind's gonna be processing a lot of stuff. Like like me, I'm processing all this weird stuff, and I'm just like, what's going on with me? And the thing is that I'm tapping into everything that everybody says that all this landlines and stuff. It's not so much affecting my gifts. It's like enhancing them. I guess because I got used to it, bro. So ever since I was young, it's just that I see things a little differently. So it's something that I have to learn. Something that
Problem about this stuff, the Mandela effect, if you jump and you're not dead, the
hmm
people that knew you in the other timeline forget who you are. Is that
hmm
correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you forget that time frame, or you forget that different ways of things, sometimes if you have that memory, if you don't remember who you are, you're not gonna remember.
You only
Like
remember to what you are back to the time frame that you jumped to. Is that correct?
sometimes you'll remember who you are when you're jumping from one time to another. It's just that your face and your body's gonna look different. You might look younger, little, and everyone that is deceased could be alive on the other side of that portal because
Yeah,
the
I
time
know
frame.
they are. It was 8 years ago, back
hmm
in 2012.
hmm So everything shifts during that time when you go through that portal. And then sometimes, even though this is gonna sound kind of weird, but even though you're in this time and you go to another portal, some of them might tell you, you know what? I've been expecting you. And you're just like, how did you know it was coming? Oh, because I saw this memory. I saw this lifetime that you were going to come through this portal. So sometimes they're expecting you more than what you realize.
Why is it that they tell people that this only happens after you die? Because that's not totally the case. It happens to people that did not leave their body as well. But that's rare. Why don't they ever talk about that?
Because it's supposed to remain a secret or remain uh, in the society that they don't want you to know that you have access to do that when you're alive. The only thing you can do that when you're deceased. But some
You,
of us,
you basically anything spiritual or dimensional can happen to you when you're a cold body or when you're alive. It don't matter.
yeah, well, there's only so far you can go. You can go up to as far as you can, but you can't go to heaven because it's not your time unless he takes you.
Correct.
That's the only
But if you
thing.
stay up in the same physical realm, even after a jump like that, you can do that, but you can't cross a dimension.
Mm-mm. No, no.
Ju-
Yeah,
Just as
there's
long as you
really,
stay grounded in the same dimension, a different timeline, you're fine.
no. Well, one time you might be a guy, and one time you might be a girl, or you could have been, I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just don't. I mean, it could have been a one time line. You could have been a soldier in Vietnam. Another time you could have been a Republican. One time it could be gay. One time it could have been girl. It could have been boy. You just never
yeah.
know. Even the time you could have gone back to when the Romans were dressed.
Isn't that pretty weird to go back to a fairly recent time like I'm speaking of? And
hmm
basically, I was living in the same place as I am now.
Maybe it just looked different. hmm
It wasn't much
Whether
different.
the grass is greener, or you just never know.
That's what the cows say.
Yeah, it was
I see them
really
saying
interesting.
that every day. They walk over, like everybody else is out in the field. There's at least one or two. Generally, it's just one over by the fence looking to the other side. And this girl I've been taking care of recently, Tassie, she's my little sister. She's like, man, they're coming over to say hi to us. And I'm like, no, they're coming over to see how green the grass is on the other side. There's always that one out of a bunch looking for something
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the best way to test it out your new location before you go, because
Yeah,
you
I
hmm
don't
forgot
have
my
to
jacket. I
see if it's
forgot it, and it's
greener or not.
cold in here. Be right
You
back.
can see if it's that.
That's continue.
Sorry, it's a good way to see if it's greener or not, right, Chris?
hmm Yeah. You just don't know until you don't know.
A lot, but most people don't know that they could do this, and they actually try our location before they go.
Mm-hmm. They just don't know that time frame. Yeah,
Yes.
but it is crazy. Now I'm starting to
So,
wonder. I don't,
so
because I
I'm very
remember there's
fortunate that I was aware what I was looking at, right?
some of us do, and some of us are not aware of time, time frame, or time span, or yeah. It's just you're lucky to know. Sometimes you don't remember when you cross that border. You might not remember how you look like. It's just different. Whether you were a guy or girl, or you were a soldier or a slave. Yeah, I think there was other times that I probably blocked out because there was sometimes where I felt at one time that I was a soldier, but since
Yep.
there's a lot of blood and a lot of trauma, I probably blocked it out that I don't remember if
I
I
also
came
want to
back. But
wonder, do either one of you guys have like a birthmark that could have been like your wound from the past life that it killed you?
I
Yeah,
think
I
so.
don't
I
see
think that
any on me. I don't.
see, like I have like birthmarks here. I have like other areas, but I don't know. But you see, like I got one right here. Look, see, very light. So I must have gotten stabbed,
Hold
or
on,
I
hold
don't
on.
know. Can you see that mark?
I'm trying to. Oh, on your arm? That could have happened. No, it's crazy because, like with me and my kids, it's
Uh-oh.
they're all on the back, like right between our spine and the base of our skull. So either we were shot or like stabbed or something, and it's weird that we all had it. Well, as far as me and my kids go, I don't know about Vern, but
Wow.
creepy.
See, like I remember one time that I have a memory of I was in Salem, but I wasn't strangled, so I don't have that line over my neck. But I had other friends that had that line where they could see, they were like strangled. I guess I kept quiet in that lifetime. I didn't tell
Did
them
you
that I
know
was a
Johnny
witch.
had that recently? It was like a
Yeah,
thumb and
yeah,
fingers
yeah,
around the neck.
yeah. She
And I was
told me
like,
that.
that looks like somebody choked you.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
those
mean,
lines before.
yeah. And it's weird that you say that because Ryan told you just the beginning. She got the same mark on the same side as me.
Yep. And I
Could
thought that's
could
what you
that
were
be?
talking about, but yeah.
But you know what? It's crazy.
Hmm.
Now I'm starting to wonder that whatever I went through, she went through because remember, she's my twin flame.
You guys could have been together in a past life, right?
And we
And
got,
that
yeah,
thing is
we had
coming
the
back
same.
for you.
Yeah, it's
And
very
it was
much
crazy
possible.
because, like, and I might save this for the show, but as far as my genetics go, I just found out I'm ectopic Egyptian as well. And I was right on the
What?
trail. Yeah, I was right on the trail where he was as, what are they called? The Christian guys on horseback. What are they called? I can't even think right now. With a white, with a red cross.
A
What?
Templar.
Yeah, a Templar. So he was like a Knights Templar or something like that. He was a knight of some sort. And I was an Egyptian girl that he met. He was trying to save. And one of his friends like raped and killed me. And then this guy called the Hound has been haunting him for a very fucking long time. And come to find out,
Wow.
I am actually ectopic Egyptian. He's like, okay, now I'm really fucking freaked out because now my genetics are lining up to that. So it's like,
Well,
we have like 25 seconds.
get this. You know where you're freaking me out too. You know the Ankh cross, the cross, the Ankh that goes back to the Egyptian goddess. The loop represents fertility.
Yeah.
People say that goes back to how God was crucified because of. But we'll go back. We'll leave more. But yeah, there is
All
a
right. I got to go
lot
back
of.
in.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome back. And thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening, we have the wonderful, sensational, talented Psychic Chris Garcia. We also have on the line Christopher Wayne Fisher, Mr. Mighty Man. Welcome back, guys, and thanks so much for joining
Hello.
us.
You're welcome. And like I was telling you, Tess, if you were in Egypt, I was in Egypt too.
I was an ectopic Egyptian, and I was like, what the
I
fuck
remember
is
the
that?
pyramid.
And
I
I looked
remember
it
the
up, and it's like
pyramids.
very, very original Egyptian. I'm
Yeah,
like, what? I
I
also
remember
found
one
out,
time.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I also found out recently from my brother cousin's son that I'm royalty in British and other places.
Wow.
It's pretty insane. And then my husband last
Just
night showed
like
me this
me.
castle, and it was like the most beautiful castle. I'm like, I would like to live there if I had a servant or something. Otherwise, I ain't living there because I'm tired of cleaning up after everybody.
Just like me, but I'm a direct descendant of that clan.
Yeah.
You are?
That's crazy because now it goes
Yeah,
I
back
I'll
have
pull
to
it
the
up for
same
you
last
guys.
name as Prince
Yeah,
Philip,
it's
you know,
insane
that.
because
England.
yeah, I always thought that my mom was Cherokee, my dad was Irish, blah blah blah. Come to find out, I have no Cherokee whatsoever. So my brother cousin's son, he said Brandenburg in 1415 and Duke of Prussia in 1525. The Margraviates of Brandenburg and the Duchy of Prussia were ruled in the personal union after 1618 and were called Brandenburg Prussia. From
Hey,
there, the Kingdom of Prussia was created in 1701, eventually leading to the unification of Germany and the creation of German Empire in 1871 with
yeah, the
the
castle of
the
Schloss-Marienburg.
whole no, it was Hohenzollerns. Hohenzollerns. It was the Hohenzollern castle, I think Vern showed me. But the Hohenzollerns as hereditary German emperors and kings of Prussia. Germany's defeat in World War I in 1918 led to the German Revolution. The Hohenzollerns were overthrown and the Weimar Republic was established, thus bringing an end to the German monarchy and Prussian monarchy. George
Yep.
Frederick, Prince of Prussia, is the current head of the formerly royal Prussian line, while Karl Frederick, Prince of Hohenzollern, is the head of the formerly Princeland Swabian line. And then he said, "This PDF is your mom's genealogy," and I'm just like, "Holy shit, Cletus!" Like, I couldn't wrap my mind
That
around it,
makes
but then
you do realize that makes you a cousin of mine because I'm related to the August family,
what's
which
up,
are of that
cuz?
castle I mentioned.
Well, that just goes back to like me, you, and Chris. I know we're all related in some way,
August.
and circles are repeated throughout
Yeah.
lifetimes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what's
Yeah,
weird? Like when you were talking about Egypt, in my head, I can see myself going with the flashlight, and on the
I've
wall,
had people
I,
that were psychic actually show me what
Hold on, Christopher.
Schloss-Marienburg
I can
Christopher,
looked
see
can you
like.
them.
let Chris finish real quick?
I see them going like designs on the walls. Test. I can
Mm-hmm.
see like they're talking and drawing that was that was a message, and they have
Mm-hmm.
different postures, and I can see them going. And then there's this one door. I think if you go hold on, right or left, you go right, you go to the right, and then there's this long form of a mummy.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm covering my eyes because it freaks me out. Before you even said, I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. Yeah.
I can see a mummy, but it's underneath with this like a coffin, so to speak. But it shows the eyes of what the mummy looks like when you take it off.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
I
love
mean,
like okay. So before I say that, let's let Christopher say what he was going to say, and then I'll continue with what I was going to say.
I've had people come up to me and tell me what Schloss-Marienburg looked like in Germany.
Ooh.
And
What?
also the Palais de Monaco I showed you, Chris.
Wow.
Well, I just knew my granny was German just because how short she was. She was like knee-high grasshopper, and I was like this high. I'm like, yeah, I'm taller than my granny, and my mom was like somewhere in between. But yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Gynecomastia is a common genetic spinal malformation among the German royalty.
Oh my
Mhm.
god!
You know what?
My cousin has that spina bifida. She has
Yeah.
that where I remember I loved her so much, and I was like, "Come out and play!" And I'm building little ringlets of flowers to put around her head and all this other stuff. And her mom's like, "No, she can't come out to play because you might hurt her." And I'm like, "I'm making ringlets out of fire, like out of flowers. Like, how the fuck can I hurt her?" But she always made her stay inside. And it made me like feel so hurtful. But it's because she had spinal bifida. Had we decided to do like WW2 or whatever, like the World Wrestling Federation, we were like body slam, black. She'd be gone, but we weren't like that. I was like, I'm building bracelets and headdresses out of flowers and all this other stuff. Like, she's perfectly safe to come out. Why does she have to stay inside? I just don't get it. And she's like, she's got to stay inside.
Because can I explain something to you, Tessa?
Whatever.
Because of societal feelings back then towards people with birth defects like that.
Well, I think she was just scared we were going to hurt her because she was very fragile. But guess what? She had like 4 kids. So I think she's perfectly okay. Yeah. She's had fucking 4 daughters, dude. And yeah, she's working today and she's still living her life. And I'm like, she could have come out and played and built like little flower wreaths and bracelets and necklaces. And that's what her mom said. My Aunt Dee Dee, she's like, I remember he used to make me little headdresses and little bracelets and necklaces and shit out of flowers. I don't remember how to do it today because I lost that part of me, but she could have come out and done that. I wouldn't have hurt her, but I understand as a parent the fear of something's going to happen to my kid. You know, I get it. I understand.
But spinal malformations come from the August part of that family. I even show you the crest of it. It was back from the 600s. They come from Milan, and they married into the German royalty during that time.
Oh, that was us. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. Please bow down and kiss my butt. I'm just kidding. No. But
back then, you know what the purpose of weddings between royal families were, right?
I know. I even told Vern the other night, I'm like, you know, you're really interrupting my sleep right now. Like, I got my shirt just right. I flicked everything out of my bed. I don't know how it gets there. I think it's my cats walking across the bed to get to my food so the dogs don't get to it. So I'm like constantly doing this at night, clearing my bed out. And he's like, yeah, you got to make your bed.
The reason why they did it during the medieval times like that between royal families, a lot of it was not out of love. It was of unification of 2 different lands.
Well, it brought me back to the Princess and the Pea, you know.
It was symbolic.
And if it's a little tiny little sand grain, it's digging into me like a fucking spear. Like, I can't handle it. I have to clean out my bed. And Vern's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're like a cat in a cat box. And I'm like, no, I have to clean this shit out or I can't sleep. Seriously. It's like,
yeah. And I want to say for the people that never actually saw us because we were on Skype, but I had to do this because I just have to since we're on StreamYard. So we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it like this. This is the lovely assistant. If you want to call for the show or a psychic reading, 970-335-9596, or
I have to cut you off real quick. So is HTTPS StreamYard.com/streamyard/EUQ4K9AFIJ. But yeah, it's weird because, like I said, Christopher
They
tried to
can't
call
come,
in.
and it won't work.
Well, it didn't work for him, but doesn't mean it couldn't work for somebody else. So maybe try it. And if you try it, I can send you that link.
Yeah, just try it if y'all want that link. Well, I gave the number out because I didn't know, and I'm gonna do this because I love the way Tessa did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You ready for this, Tess? It's
I'm
gonna be
so
a good,
ready.
very
I'm so
good, very
ready.
good, very very good show.
Better,
It's gonna be
better,
a good.
good. Better be good. Better good.
See, now y'all can hear her voice. You see? Now
Better,
that's
better
why
good.
they're very very good, and she sounds Jamaican, doesn't she?
Hey, we've been doing that for music too.
I know, very very good. So good,
Better, better
Showman.
good. Shabba!
And you know one thing, but I'm not going to tell you to do this. Do not do the interpretation of Mr. Built a wall. Go
Did you
ahead, Tess.
see
I did.
the most recent thing about that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I'm putting out cards. I am a superhero. I am Mr. Trump. I am your superhero. Look at me with my testicles and then my testicles. What? Anywho's, yes, here I am, your superhero with laser vision and everything else. It only costs $99 motherfucking dollars per superhero. So if you got $99 to waste and burn, please go to Mr. Trump's line and cash yourself for one of those.
or do it like this. I said, you all should have heard it when couldn't do it on StreamYard, but he had an invitation of you built the wall. How do you do it?
Oh. All right, everyone. We built a wall. This wall is going to protect us from the Mexican STDs and blood TDs and whatever TDs
I can't.
you have. Okay.
I know y'all are laughing the ones that are listening to the StreamYard because Tessa does it to me every time.
I am President Trump. I'm better than President Lincoln and President Washington. Yeah. So you guys go on there online, get my online trading cards. They're only $99 each. That's like a penny to other poor ass people. $99 each. Let's do this.
Okay, so if y'all could do the watch the StreamYard, please give us a nice emoji with a laughing because I think that's hilarious.
Fuck Trump. That's what I'm saying. Fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't fooling me. I'm empathic. I know what the fuck you're up to.
Oh my god.
Think you had to do with something with Ivanka's death. I don't know.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not into politics, but I'm gonna tell you a little something that pissed me off. My mom even said it. What is wrong with this picture? Let
Wait a
me
minute. A what?
no discrimination, okay?
There's a lot.
Why in the hell is that guy up way in Russia and he was a Navy SEAL and they don't.
Is a Putinani.
I'm gonna tell you, he's being a tight wad, okay? Because he could have got.
Okay, guess what? You know what Putinani means? That means Putin is a pussy, right?
I didn't say it, guys.
Understand the translation.
No, but like I said, I just disagree with that. I mean, if he didn't do anything, bring him back. Oh, do we have to trade somebody in?
Recently, they projected their biggest missile ever.
What?
Yeah. He's like, okay, I've been doing all these bombing all you motherfuckers, but guess what? This is my biggest fucking rocket yet. And he just projected that just like today.
And you know what he's doing?
Yeah, he's like,
You know what?
it's like instead of being like, it's like
You know
huge.
what he's been
Wow.
doing?
So he
He's
told on
threatening
himself.
us.
He told
And you know,
on us basically. Wow. He told on
and you know
himself.
what he's been doing with all those missiles like that? He's been cannibalizing them and using them as conventional bombs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
He's out of
insane. I
conventional
didn't know.
ammo,
I
and he's
didn't know
using
that, Tess. Wow.
Yeah.
and he's using those missiles, big missiles, as
You should
conventional
Google it,
bombs.
Chris Garcia, real quick, just to see it. But yeah, it shows a picture and everything. It's like instead of, the little ones, they're like, psst, and, doing their thing. This one's like, because it's huge. Where the fuck did it
Wow.
go? I think it went into the Baltic Sea or wherever the fuck it goes. But yeah, it's like, oh, since we're going over there to help Ukraine and we're giving them, what the fuck was it called?
We're giving them food and everything.
No, it's not just that. We've put billions and billions and billions of dollars into this, but it's a newer system. Shit, I can't even think of the name. Like I said before, I have all the timers. I really can't help what's happening right now. I even took like mind altering medications for this, but yeah, it was like Trump would say,
Wow.
Moab, the mother of all bombs. Like for Russia, this is the mother of all bombs, and they just did it today. They're like, shot it out, and it shows like, before, like I said, it's like this, but now it's like this because it's really,
That
really
is
big. So I think they're putting
that's
it into the sea to see how far it goes for their test, but I think they're going to shoot for us, and they're trying to start World War III. Like
you know
they've been trying
what?
this whole time. It hasn't been working no matter what, even though we should have stepped in. We should have done something.
Yeah. And I think we've helped them financially with the weapons. So in reality, we are already involved. He just doesn't want to deal with the sky, the plane being
You
shot from
can't back
them.
down. You know
Well, he's
how much
already
your
he's a,
pride and
he's
everything
already.
means in Russia?
I think that's the thing, Taz. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I feel. I mean, I'm not into all this politics stuff, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel. That even though they say that we're not involved and we're not
We're
attacking
so involved.
Russian, but we're involved because we're helping
We're
Ukraine
so involved.
financially.
Billions
We're
of
helping them
dollars
with the
involved.
weapons. Yeah, and we're helping them with the weapons. So if you're going to help them with the weapons, then what's wrong with the airplanes going over, doing whatever they got to do? Because
Oh my
if
God.
we don't do it, they're going to end up shooting the crap out of us, and we're just going to sit there and just let them. We're going to be like this. Okay, you can bomb our building. Go ahead. It doesn't bother. I mean, but this is. I mean, that's sad. I mean, I feel sorry for the people up there, but if they're gonna help
You know what?
them,
Do you know how cold it is here right now? Guess what? It's about that cold or colder in Ukraine. And these
it
people
is.
are going out with natural gas, firewood, or whatever. Like I'd be out there collecting all kinds of
Wow.
shit. I don't know if it's like kids' toys, logs, pieces of buildings, whatever. I'm gonna take that back home to burn. Because
Get matches. I'll
bitches
send you
need to
some
stay
matches.
warm.
I'll get. You know what? I'll send you some matches.
Yeah, I got some. Look at right here. You guys, if you don't have some of these, you better call Suck at Chris Garcia right now and get you some. Get you
you
some. Better
know.
get
You
you
know.
some. But
You know
this is
what's
my little
crazy?
banner right
But
here. I have a small banner and then I have a
you know what's the funny thing is that we were talking about matches today, and I'm not kidding. This is even nice.
Wow.
Get this. Get this. Amy didn't have no power over there in California. She didn't have power for a while, right? And I sent her
what?
all this stuff. Oh, well, yes, she
Is
didn't
the
have
floods
power.
and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the solar flares, yeah, but we haven't talked about it. But I'll let you know when I add you to the chat. Well, we talk about it, right? She's like, Chris, I'm glad you sent me all those pins and stuff, but those matches really came in handy. And I messaged her through Messenger and I said, how come? She goes, well, guess what? I didn't have no power. So when I had to keep us warm and cook, I had to turn on the matches and put it under the stove, and I was like, you should see my face. Just I was like this look.
You're like, you don't know how to work a match?
And I was like, wow, and I was freaking out because I was right now like, and I was telling my friends, and I said, why is it that? And this is what I'm gonna tell you the truth, and this is just in general. You can go to the store, right, and say you're gonna go to the bank or you're gonna go do stuff, right? And
Yeah.
somebody comes up to you, and a
Go
certain
check
stranger
it out.
comes up, and they're gonna come up, or and then you need a paper, and you're like, do you have a pen? I have a pen. Oh, I got one right here. And then you're like, and then I told my friends, I said, what is wrong with us people? We're just too busy. We don't carry a pen.
Dude.
And if it does, and then we don't carry a pen, we don't, if our service doesn't work and say like, you know how like in the movies, our cell phone doesn't work. And,
No,
we're
yeah,
just
because
like,
every
damn. And
electrical
then you have to
device.
do all, yeah, everything doesn't work. And you're like, man, how do I stay warm? Do you have matches? No. That's even in
You know how
general
to help?
nature. Unless you go back to the old school ways and go
That's
and
how my
start a
dad
fire.
used to do dragon hands.
Yeah, he used to start a fire because that's the Indians used to do it. And I
Yeah.
told my friends, I said, what is it with people these days? We don't carry pens, we don't carry matches,
Oh,
and
I
our
have
cell phone
tons of
does.
pins.
And you know what it is? We take electricity for granted. We take our phones for granted because think about it. What if we didn't have no satellite? What if we didn't have none of these phones to call our loved ones? What are you gonna do to contact your loved one?
You know what
Back
I've
to
been
the old
doing?
school way, write letters to them, say, well, blah blah blah.
Chris and Christopher, I still do write letters, but recently, to prepare myself for the end, I've been going all week basically without getting on Facebook except for sharing the thought of the day from the universe, which people have shunned me for, but fuck you, whatever. God created the universe as such, but yeah, sharing the message of the day. And then on Fridays, maybe Saturdays, I'll share some really funny shit. And then I'll share, like, for you this week, I did on Friday instead of Saturday, and then on Saturday too. But it's just like I'm taking a break from all this shit because I think not only with the shit we're going through from the other realm, the universe, like everything else going on, I don't need your sack of shit over here. Like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I
Yeah.
do. I'm gonna ignore this all week, and then on the weekend, maybe I'll partake of the poison, but otherwise, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's crazy
It's just
because
so draining.
yeah,
I'm so
like she, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like when I told you about Amy, she didn't have no electricity, had no matches with her. She was your matches came in handy, and then um somebody else told me a story that oh yeah, we had gone to an event because I was actually advertising myself. Tess, I had gone to an event outside and it was really cold. And guess what? This guy was cooking. He was had all the charcoal, everything ready, and he's like, "Damn, I forgot my matches." And we happened to be there. My mom's boyfriend said, "Hey, you got some matches? You can't start a fire? Here, got my matches. And threw it in there, and all the food cooked." And then he said, "Damn, guys, I'm glad you were here because nobody here had matches." And I said, and I looked at everybody. There was a bunch of people, and I said, "All of you have all this beer, have all this food, but you don't have matches. You have a lighter." And it
No,
goes back to
sometimes
our.
the lighter gets cut if they're like sea doing or whatever, and they don't have their lighter in a special package. Even their cell phone, they're like, "No, I'll be okay," and then they're like, "Crash, dish," and they crash, and all their shit gets wet. What do?
Yeah,
They could have put it
and
in
it's
a baggie in the first place, but they thought they were invincible. So
yeah, and it's just so crazy that um I'm telling you, and I've asked a lot of people, and they said, Chris, send me another pack of matches. I'm not kidding. I've messaged a lot of people,
Dude,
and
you sent me
people
like
are,
4, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like
And out of
an
every, and
addict on
out of,
that.
yeah, and out of everything, Tess, I'm gonna tell you between the most popular thing
They're
now
matches.
is the matches because people need fire to stay warm. And then, like you said, the people in Ukraine, if I had the energy and had the ability for them, because I'm pretty sure if they nobody carries a match, I would give them and say, "Here, you can have my matches," because you need to stay warm.
Right?
I mean, they don't if they don't have those stick of the bigs or whatever. I mean, because eventually those are gonna run out, you know. But like I'm telling you, it's sad that us as human beings we take life for granted, and that's the biggest message that I say. Enjoy your pins, enjoy your matches,
You,
uh,
yeah. Live every
enjoy
day
your
as if
cell
it's your
phone.
last.
Yeah, yeah, and because you never know when you're gonna need that
I'm
cell.
gonna try to answer
Yeah.
this person and see if you guys can hear it. No, I can't
Somebody
even
try.
hear them. Okay. Hello, 970, ending with hello. Hello, hold on. Let's see if this works. I have another call too. The 425 number. Can you hear us? See, that's what I don't get with this whole StreamYard, and
I
then
said, okay, okay.
um,
Now I'm gonna ask
I'm
you, Tess.
actually
How I'm gonna ask you a question. When you got the StreamYard, is the StreamYard connected to the speaker, or how is it connected? How do you?
it should be connected to the Skype, etc., but yeah, this is weird. So I have a number here, and then I have a number here, but I'm going to message them and let them know there is a link. Let me see if I can get to that really quick.
Yeah, I got
So
into
the
the
link,
link.
yeah, is streamyard.com/EUQ 4K9AFIK.
I was gonna
So once
ask you, Tess,
again,
that link that you sent me, can I send that out? Is that the link that
yes,
they have to
you can
join?
send that out because people can get through that way. And it's crazy because a lot of these numbers are in my area or in
Hold
Washington. I
on,
believe that might
I'm
have
looking
been
at it.
one
I'm
of our
looking at it
friends,
right
but
now. Hold on, let me look. You know what's so strange? Wait, where's the damn link? Oh, I
what?
was like, where is this damn?
What?
Hold on. Where is the damn link? Hold on. Okay, you know what? Who wants a link? Because I can send it out. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to send it to everybody because I don't know how many people you can have in
No,
here.
do it. Whoever wants to call in. Here we have T minus, let's say 6 minutes and counting before the next music break, but otherwise we have basically a whole nother hour and 45 minutes after that.
This is
But
so
definitely
strange.
call
Like,
in.
but the thing is, I gave the number out just because I didn't know that you. Yeah, that is
Well, I
weird
don't
that
know
you're
about
having to.
you, Chris, but with the StreamYard, I'm just like, I love how we're not
Yeah,
being
it
cut
works.
off, we're not being
Yeah, and you.
disconnected. We're talking right
Yeah,
now.
you know what I
Everyone's
think?
invited.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
I'm gonna save
This
some
is the
money.
best. This is actually, yeah, you're saving money, and this is the best way to advertise. Because a speaker, don't get me wrong. I mean, people have always had issues. So they were telling me, Chris, I could hear the show, and then they would tell me, and I'm not kidding.
It's
They
like
would message
buffering.
me that they would call, and they buffered, and then they would disconnect them, and I'm like, but then I said, I don't use speaker.com, so I don't know how that works. And they're like, well, what it's doing is talk, and it would cut them off, or it would just they would just lose like the connection on the link, like on the I guess the .com whatever.
Yeah,
And
we'll
I thought,
start like buffering or do like a commercial or do something, and they're like, I can't hear
yeah,
you anymore.
yeah, and then they would have to go out, come back in, go out, come back in, and I was like, I'm sorry, this is the only way that Tessa could run it. And then I said, well,
Well,
what's the other
no.
way?
And now since I got banana and I'm using the butt. Okay, so I always laugh when I say I'm using the butt. Yeah, I'm using the butt. Do my sound shit. I'm using the banana. So there's a banana in the butt making the sound system work. because otherwise,
Wow.
right now, Skype ain't doing it.
So are you using the AB cable software then?
There is still a cable. Let me see if I can add this.
I use the potato version of what you're using, which is a bit more complex than banana.
970 ending in 70. Can you hear us? See, I just don't think they can. I don't know what's happening
That's
here.
weird.
Yeah, so I'm looking at audio settings really quick. Okay, let me move this over.
Okay, you know. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I almost got it. Okay. Are you
Okay,
there? Still nothing.
You know what?
Oh, hello.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Can you guys hear her?
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
No,
Who are we
I
talking
don't hear
to?
nothing. Who?
45
Now I
damn
hear-
minutes, Chris.
Who's in here? I can't hear. I can barely hear.
Oh shit. Yeah, weird.
This is.
Yeah, and
This
it
is
doesn't
weird,
show an
'cause-
update right now. I did an update earlier, which I was gonna wait till after hours, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do it right now so I don't have any issues in between. But you can tell me your question and I can translate to Chris because Chris can't hear you. Oh my god, that's so weird. Yes.
I can't.
We've had a lot of that. Hi, Gayleen. I hope the big feet have been nice to you.
Wow.
Okay, so Gayleen is wondering if there's any spirits in her realm that she hasn't been noticing. She's been noticing the Bigfoot and other things like that. Is there something else involved, Chris, that she hasn't noticed?
And who's this?
It's
Okay.
Gayleen. Remember
Oh.
Gayleen?
Oh
Like
yeah.
she's been around forever, yeah.
Wow. That is weird. That I can't hear her. That is so strange.
She has. She's been my friend for years. My sister.
Well, I was told that hold on, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 of Pentacles comes up, says that you got to regroup. And I think you're
Okay,
either
hold on.
gonna.
I don't think she can hear you because she keeps talking, so I don't think she can. Weird. Okay, hold on.
I can't even hear nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you at first, but now I hear you. But I'm trying to fix this. So
This is weird, Tess. I mean,
that
we're
is
going.
super weird.
Yeah, I mean, we're having good with StreamYard, but Skype and
Is your number a 425 number or 970?
425, that's of Washington area.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try to call you. If you see this call coming through, please answer it, and maybe we can get somewhere. But I don't know with this whole like new butt system, like I was talking about, and this other system called banana. I have a banana in my butt, and that's what I'm working with. I don't even freaking know.
This is so
No, but
weird.
Gayleen has had like some Bigfoot stuff going on for a long time. Man, she's trying to come through again. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it through the phone, okay? We're gonna try it like this.
I'm trying to do
It's only
something here.
saying
See,
end
it's
and
not
accept,
showing.
decline, hold and accept.
So weird. You know what?
Go ahead.
I
And
tried to
then
send.
Here, I'm going to do speaker. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Hold on a second. Speaker, speaker. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. Can you guys hear her?
Wow. No.
Weird.
You
How
know
do
what?
you,
You know
what do
what?
you have for the gain settings in Banana, Tessa? Try putting them all the way up and turning off noise cancellation.
No, I don't even have that, but hold on. Let me get Gayleen through here again so I can hear her.
You know what? You know what, Tess? If you can hear me, tell
Mhm.
her that there was a male coming through. When she was talking,
Okay,
I heard a
so
male's voice. There's a male's voice when she was talking. There's a male
can you
around
hear
her.
me? Okay, so Chris is saying there's a male voice coming through for you.
Yeah, there's a male voice that's trying to come through
A male
through
voice
the
trying to come
phone.
through the phone.
I don't know. It seems like an older man. It seems like because I
Older
couldn't make
man.
out what he was saying because it was like fuzzy. Because I couldn't hear
Make
her,
out
but
what
it was
he was
like
saying. It was kind of fuzzy. It's like hearing it through a wall. You can't make it out.
an SOS, like almost like a
Like an SOS.
message. And I think it's just to. I'm being told to be careful with whatever you're going through
So he's saying to be careful with what you guys did before.
or going through. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. Yeah, so be careful what you guys were
through.
going
And
through
there's some.
before together.
Yeah,
Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
and there's something. I guess whoever
Yeah,
that
she says
male
that's
is.
a little vague. Hold on. What, Chris?
I got that whoever this is could be like also a spirit guide that's eerie
Could
of
be
the
a spirit
Bigfoot.
guide,
Eerie
or
of the
could be
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
It
Yes.
could be no. The person is watching about Bigfoot. Is watching her.
Okay. Major watcher of Bigfoot. I don't know. I just remember, like, I think she has fairies and Bigfoot around, and she knows it.
Yeah,
She's
this
pretty
is
willy nilly.
weird.
But
This is so strange.
okay. So
This
is it
is
within
weird.
her or outside of her?
I'm being told it's outside. Whatever it
Outside.
is outside. Yeah, I'm getting
It's
this
outside.
outside test.
Hmm.
What is going on?
I think it's
This is
both. She's wondering, is it an experience or a being?
well, I don't know why, but I keep seeing like something that has all these beautiful colors. So it could be like an ink audio there also.
He's seeing outside
I
colors.
have yeah, like bright
Hold
colors.
on.
It seems like whatever's talking or whatever's coming through, it's a very strong vibration.
So whatever is talking or coming through is a very strong vibration.
Yeah, and it's coming from outside. There's a source that's coming that is using. It's almost like a portal. It's coming between
Yeah, there's the
two
source.
trees, between two. Can't even talk. Two trees. There's a portal between.
2 turds. Okay, so there's something on the outskirts. 2 threes is what he's saying. I'm picking up 2 turds. But yeah, 2 threes. I don't know.
Has she been seeing colors in the sky lately?
So is it a warning or does somebody need help? Please?
Someone someone needs help.
Someone needs help. Yeah, I'm feeling like somebody could have accidentally drove off in water and they're kind of lost
Yeah.
or something close to that. But I'm feeling like I don't know. I've seen a couple cases like that recently, and recently is like within the last 6 months. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes people drive off on water they don't mean to, and people are like, "Oh, well, yeah, they meant to do that to themselves." But I think this person did it on accident.
Can't figure out what the fuck is going on here.
So Chris, she's wondering if it's another person that needs help or another dimensional being that needs help. Chris, can you
Another
hear
dim.
me?
Yeah, it's another dimensional person.
Another dimensional person, he said.
Uh huh. But they're not from this existence.
Yeah, not from this time, but another. Could be,
Another
yeah. The
time.
one that's been bugging you. Well, on that note, you guys, we do have to go to another music break. On this break, we have Mr. Hosni Bronx, who is originally from Jamaica, but hails from the Bronx in New York with Free Child as well as Strong Life. And then we have King Cinnamon from Biafra, Nigeria. I have to say, I broke down and I sent $20 to Ghana, Africa, and it was like 75,000 whatever dollars. It took like 3,000 something dollars to send it, but I feel good because it's like that's their Christmas celebration. But yeah, these guys are gonna put us on the beach with a pina colada or a margarita or whatever you prefer. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Wow. That is weird.
That was a real weird
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, I heard like
seriously?
no, but there was like when she was talking, I could
I think she's still
like
here.
like I could hear
Yeah, she's still here.
like this weird. I
She's
don't
still
know.
here.
I hear like there was like there's messages
Oh,
going like
she's gonna leave a number too. Hey, can you text that to me? Okay, good.
there's two-way
So
radios,
she
but it
said she
sounded
put
like
her phone number on your Facebook so you can
I
text her
got
about this later or call her.
yeah okay.
But
Girl, I
yeah,
got it.
that's insane. Like she's gone through some serious shit. Seriously.
Yeah, this is so weird. I'm telling you, there is some weird. I don't know if you can, even though I know you're on the phone with her, just tell her that there was two-way radio, is what I heard.
He's saying there was two-way
There was that
radio
frequency coming through,
and there was frequencies coming through.
like the two-way radio, you know, like a walkie-talkie.
Like a two-way radio, aka walkie-talkie. Okay, anything
Okay.
else, Chris?
That's all I got, but I can call her if she wants to
That's all
hear it
he's
again.
got. But yeah, he said he can call you if you need anything else, but that's what he's picking up on.
There it goes again. I hear it. Whoever, I am hearing voices behind her. Is she talk? Is that her talking?
Yeah, that's her talking.
No, but I hear other voices, Tess, when she's
Oh,
talking.
he's saying like while you're talking, he hears other voices.
There's like,
Yeah.
there's like three of them.
She's in a
He said
very
there's
active home.
yeah,
Yeah.
he said there's like three different voices surrounding you, right? Yeah, she said
That
it's
is.
certainly not on that side, but she's on the landline. I got her on here. Here, I'm gonna try to turn it up. Oh no. No. Hold on. My phone is trying to call 911 again. I ain't going through that. Holy shit, I just lost her. But yeah, seriously.
Oh my God. Wow. There is. See, that's what it. Wow. Okay. I tell her we need to talk.
Yeah, I can't believe you
Wow.
can hear that because sometimes I put it up there, you can hear it. Sometimes I put it up there, you can't. And it's like you were saying before, there's different things trying to block shit. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And I'm telling you, it's been like, well, like I told you before, when we started the show, I'm telling you, I felt so weird today that, there was something just felt so weird. I was like when I woke up, I don't know if I feel the same, but I could maybe doing something else that I'm not aware of. Maybe I'm tuning into things I'm not supposed
Hey,
to.
can you hear me? No, that was
This,
weird. Chris, can you hear her?
hold on. Okay, say it again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get this where everybody can hear each other. Okay, so did you see the link that I shared for StreamYard? If not, I could probably share that with you real quick. You're not on Facebook? Okay, it doesn't matter. Are you on Facebook? Okay. Yeah, you should be able to connect through that. Did you see that link that I shared?
See, even if you don't have Facebook, as long as she has a link on Messenger, you can still send it. You
There are
should be
technical
able.
issues.
I'm telling you, it's so weird. Like there's.
Something seems not to want her to get, dive right into what's going on.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of
Yeah,
back.
Johnny. But yeah,
Hmm?
Christopher is here and Chris is here. So we have two different people here and you're not here. If I could send you that link, that would help. But yeah, what is it? And Chris, the same link I sent you, you can send to everybody else for them to join.
Hold on, let me try it. I was trying to send it to Johnny, and she said that she ain't getting it. I tried to send it to her, and she said it's not coming through. I don't know what's
Hmm.
going on, but hold on, let me try it. Let me send it to her and see if she gets it. Tell her to keep an eye on her messenger. Okay, I just send it. Tell her if she
He
got
just
that. I
sent
just
it.
sent. Just click on it.
She's seen it. She's seen it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
We might make it somewhere.
some texting programs will block links.
She's
You have to
entered into
turn
the
that off
vortex.
in settings.
Just turn on your mic. All you do is click on the mic.
This
Yeah, all
is
you
so
gotta do
weird.
is click on the mic and you're good.
I'm telling you, it's been so weird all night. Like from yesterday to today, it's been just so weird for me.
Well, it's like I was saying, like, okay, so I was supposed to have Jay and Marie Yates on, and Marie was sick, and Jay was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even realize this was happening because she covers a lot of fucking bases. She books everything. She would have been like, hey, we're supposed to be on the show, but she got sick and she dropped it, and he didn't even like 2 hours later. But I was like, if I don't hear from you 30 minutes before the show is supposed to kick off, I'm going to do story time. And that's what I had to do.
I'm telling you. Uh,
Christopher, can you hear her?
I can kind of
Barely.
hear. She's coming
Oh, they
out
said
fuzzy.
barely.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of interference. There's a two-way radio,
Can
and
you
it's
hear
coming
her
from out.
now? Hello?
Now I'm
I'm going to
hearing
go
mute.
grab
Now,
something real quick.
now she's muted.
Oh, yeah, just check your mic.
I'm
And it
trying
is
to. I'm
stuck.
trying. I'm trying to see if there's anything that's interfering on the other end. Hold on.
Did you hear her say Mike is fine?
I didn't hear nothing. I don't know if Christopher can hear her, but I can't. I can hear her, but she sounds very faint.
Hmm.
Something doesn't want her to come through.
Yeah,
I
I'll be
have
right
noise.
back.
I have
Maybe I
noise
blocked it.
cancellation off.
That's so weird.
There's something on her side that's making her not want to connect. Not make her equipment's not working.
hmm
Look how hard it was for me to get on here.
Huh. There's something not right about that. There's a lot of blocks because there's something that I was talking about earlier.
But I fought my way through it and got on, didn't I?
Johnny, if you're listening to the show on StreamYard, did you hear what Tessa was saying? Tessa was saying that she had the same issue that we did. Can you please reply back?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm telling her that Tessa was going through the same thing. Woke up feeling weird today too.
I felt that way on Tuesday
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, did you feel dizzy?
to a point I almost couldn't walk.
Were you still laying down?
Yeah, to that point, I started feeling that way around noon my time,
Yeah.
11 o'clock here.
Let's see. So it was me that felt like that this morning.
I'm back.
Johnny felt like that. My friend Amy felt like that today, and then my friend Brian, which is Johnny's friend, also felt weird. And then Tessa is feeling weird too. I'm telling you, excuse me, there is a lot of weird shit going on. I'm telling you, this dizziness, people would think maybe you're just would be vertigo, but it's not vertigo. This is something that's happening to a lot of people that are very very open and tuned because that's what I was telling Tessa earlier that I've been feeling so weird all day long. Okay, Johnny, did you hear what I told you? Tessa's been feeling weird too. No, I'm talking to Johnny on the stream.
Here, I'm putting the mic up here. Can you hear her now?
That's better.
It's better, but you have to hold it though.
Telephone, and maybe you can hear through the mic.
Okay,
Yeah,
now I
we
can
can
hear
call
you.
link I sent. That'd be awesome.
This is hold on. This is fucking weird.
And it's not that we
Yeah,
don't want to
Johnny.
hear it. It's just like there's different things going on. And Johnny, I love
Yeah,
that bitch.
Johnny. Yeah, Johnny
She's awesome.
said wow. Yeah, Johnny said wow because I told her you're going through the same thing. Hold on.
Dude,
Tell her I'm calling her. Tell her I'm
for like
Tell her I'm
months,
calling her
we've been
right.
talking about this, and it's been like more and more and more.
And Tuesdays when I had
Okay.
that
Tell her
bad
I'm calling her
dream.
from a different number, but don't call back if you don't answer.
Tuesdays when you have your stuff. Yeah. Christopher, Mighty Man, just hang in there. You got this.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me. You were coming out
Hello.
very faint. I could not hear you.
Okay, I know you couldn't. Now, I hear through the headphone, but you weren't hearing me through the mic.
No, ma'am. And I'm gonna tell you what was weird. I was hearing like two-way radio on in the background, and there was like messages going through, and then somebody just messaged me saying that they heard like the military, like the army, and they're like in between
What?
the trees. Yeah, I heard two-way radio. That's what I'm telling you. Says I could hear them talking.
Okay, with surprise me. Okay, so I have an idea of what you're saying.
Yeah, and then I felt like an archangel was around you, and I kept seeing purple for some reason.
That's interesting. Purple came up through the cat today. The cat said something about purple.
Okay, well then, what you need to do? Hold on. Do you know any history about Archangel Gabriel?
Gabriel.
A little bit.
Well, okay, well you need to look him up because he is around you.
And he is
Okay.
purple.
Yeah, he's purple too. Yeah, he's purple and blue. He's a mixture.
Is
Okay.
blue.
Yeah, so he's around you. So so then that means that that there's something going on the area. And I was gonna ask you, Gabriel, did you by any chance, and if you say yes, I'm done because there's already like 5 of us. Today, did you wake up feeling weird, like dizzy today?
I was hearing you say that. Actually, of all the people, no, I wasn't dizzy, but I have been digestively sick, and I don't get sick.
Okay, what about when you stood up? Did you feel like you were off balance?
No, I'm actually fine in that way.
That is crazy because my daughter was throwing up multiple times.
In the home, I
I can
haven't
hear
been
you.
outside yet.
Okay, well
I
then
don't
that's
think she
well.
can
See,
hear me.
no, she can't hear you. But I'll tell you what she said that her daughter was feeling.
I heard that, and
stomach
that's what I'm
too.
saying. My daughter
That
was
her
sick,
stomach
throwing
was.
up,
Her daughter
and
was
then
throwing up today.
she wanted my husband to
So
come
yeah,
over.
no,
so
I-
you so
I
both
have
of you,
taken
her daughter and your daughter, and you were getting
No
different
reason
symptoms.
for it.
Yeah, you were both getting
Yeah.
different symptoms.
Yeah,
That
but
is
it
weird.
was
Well,
like
then
the
you know
same
what? We need
symptoms,
to talk
but
on
it
the phone
lasts
one
for
day.
24 fucking hours.
And I was gonna ask you, Gabriella, what are you doing tomorrow?
I'm just putting up Christmas decorations.
Okay, well then I'll call you tomorrow from a different phone, and then Tessa, if you're awake, we can do a 3-way call. Because this is weird.
We can try that,
Yeah,
but I have a
no,
show tomorrow.
there's
But if we
nothing
can
Okay,
wait
we can do it
on the
before.
show, that'd be best.
But yeah, things are. Yeah, they're technical. We don't want to talk about that on air.
Yeah.
But
Well, he can hear you now, so
anything
we
to
can
do with the Fuzzy Friends, everything's good and
Ooh.
exciting, and they feel that balance is okay over here.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
But you know, with the world of
I'll have to go
humans,
back
well, you know, it's all political right now.
Okay.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us
Yep,
this
but I'll-
evening on We
but
Are
I'll-
Paradox
When
Media,
you were
Late
talking
Night Milwaukee's.
before, you said something about a
If you're
male was
listening
trying
right
to
now,
come
you
through.
may be listening
That
to
you
us
can
on
continue
Speaker.com.
because
You can also be
they would
listening
just
to us on
do a beg
Facebook.
for me.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I have people talking in my ears, and it's hard for me
I'm
to
trying to
hear.
give the information through Tessa.
But
So
we have Psychic Chris
male
Garcia, and we
tried to
also
come
have a
through on me.
caller on. I believe we can hear her. So, Chris, welcome back, and please introduce our guest.
It's Tessa West, and I was
Yeah.
needing to follow through on that if somebody's in trouble,
Well, I think it's
even if it's a spiritual being.
a lot of activity. Somebody had said that there's an army battle going on the property.
Oh my God!
So there's a lot of
Heaven is
energy.
building its army every day.
Yeah, so you're having a spiritual battle with the physical and the spiritual. There's a lot, but you're having different symptoms. Like for me, there's like 5 of us that had woke up dizzy today. We felt like there was a shift. It was with the ley lines. We already figured that out, and we're figuring out the ley lines have
The ley
something.
line from Tessa's house. goes
No,
right
I'm talking
through
about some other friends of mine. This is about something else.
From my
This
house,
is
from
about
Chris's house, from your house,
this is
probably.
from other friends. This is from another group
All
of
our
mine
houses.
that we're having the ley lines that could it be acting to where it's acting up on the volcanoes and we talked in a different chat because I have different friends that I talk to. So a
I
lot of
also
us,
heard people
there's like
say
5.
that the whole Pangea continent broke up
Yeah.
because of volcanoes, or was it
Yeah.
something else?
So there's been a lot of stuff, but since you're getting the symptoms that Tessa's daughter is getting, then you're getting a different side effect than what we're getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no explanation why I've been running to the toilet for 24 hours. None whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll talk later, and then we can. If I don't go to sleep, then I can either call you tomorrow, or later tonight if I'm not sleeping.
I am up for, let's see, 9.
We're still here. I think we're picking her up, so
hours.
can we just try to fix this right now? Or
So that's up to you.
No, I didn't know if
I
you had any
think
other callers,
us
Tess. I didn't.
together. No,
I
we
didn't-
don't,
you
because
sure?
people are like used to calling into Spreaker, not here.
Okay.
So
Okay, then
yeah,
we'll just
let's
keep on the
carry
phone
on.
then.
Let's carry this.
So then, okay, so then,
So, are we online or just telephone?
well, I'm on the phone with
We're
you, but they
online.
can
We're
hear
on the
you.
show.
Right, that's
But-
what I thought.
Yeah, so
Yes.
there's a lot of,
There's
there's,
my thing.
there's something that is kind of disrupted. I don't know what it is, but there's something about disrupted. And right now, it's like I feel very weird today. I've been feeling weird all damn day. It's just so damn strange. It's like, I don't know if it's like this landlines is making me more in tune or what the hell's doing, but it's made me feel weird. Like, I actually thought I was vertigo today. No, but it was like,
Really?
what is going Yeah, I just thought I
Honey
had too
boo boo
much whack.
child.
So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of activity on the land. You're like on a lot of battlegrounds, and it could be, a lot of spiritual
You
and
know
physical
what?
energy too.
The thing that gets to me is
So,
there's houses.
meanwhile, I'll look up Gabriel
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
see what
Gabriel.
direction that gives me a clue to.
So everybody,
Gabriel, purple,
if we
interesting.
can,
Yeah.
look up
No,
Gabriel.
I was
He's my
directing,
favorite,
some
besides St.
Mhm.
Michael.
conversation
I talked to him too.
to my cat. Cat is a incarnated other being from my past life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hello,
But he's
Shady.
been unhappy lately, so we were just discussing what is making him unhappy, and him bringing up this purple light.
Tess,
that's
make a note that I'm hearing
confirmation.
ringing in my ear now. I'm hearing ringing in my ear.
Okay, I get that basically all
That
the fucking
is-
time.
This is crazy. I'm getting ringing
It's
in
mind blowing.
my left ear. You know what? It almost sounds like a
Okay,
fax
so
machine.
for your left
Yeah.
ear, I'm saying that's St. Michael.
Interesting.
Yes, St. Michael is coming in on your left side. Holy shit, I can't remember who you said before.
There's
On your
also
right side.
Gabriel. Yeah, Gabriel.
Gabriel is on the right side. St. Michael's over here.
Yeah, Tess is saying that it's St. Michael on my left. That's why he's coming to you. So then
And
it's
Gabriel on your right. What do you
So
think,
then there's-
Christopher? What are you seeing?
Did you
Not
get
what you
any
think, but what do you see?
like any
Christopher?
headaches today? Because I'm getting like a headache just
Dude, I had
with
a
your
headache
energy.
last night, and I thought it was, I'm looking in this drawer.
I don't know.
That's where my pumpkin carving shit is.
I wouldn't say
I was,
that was the symptom. It's been, for me, it's been all digestive.
And
And
yeah,
there's no
then
reason for it.
then there's something going on
Like,
with it's
let's put it
affecting
this way.
it's affecting everybody differently. Like
but if somebody said to you, well, do you agree or disagree with this statement? And you said, well, it doesn't sit right in my stomach. Something doesn't sit right with you.
yeah,
That's what's affecting me. It's not a
Yes.
head sink thing. It's a gut
it's
thing.
a feeler.
My
yes,
gut is telling me to listen to something.
yeah. Well,
And
then there's a
come
lot of well
Does
then
that make sense?
yeah.
Yes.
This makes a lot of sense because I mean if you're getting like digestive thing, then there's something.
The other thing that I'm getting
It's not just gases, it's like,
a problem for 2 years now, and it's worse in the last 24 hours, is double vision.
dude, I had that last night or the night before. I'm looking at something, and it's like this.
And there's, they say it's dry eye.
It's not just double vision, but it's like this.
And they gave me all these
Because
wonderful little drops and
yeah.
everything. Doesn't fix it. This double vision has been going on since 2020. And you and I spoke about what may have started in 2020 because of my location back to ley lines.
Well, see, I told her about ley lines. I don't remember even talking to you about that. That was a long time ago. I don't remember what I said last year.
I don't remember that shit, but I remember,
I know.
but I don't.
But no, there's so double vision. Well, if you want to call it a symptom, either means you really need to look at something you're seeing again twice, like that gut feeling. It's a physical symptom. I know it is. I just got to get to the root of what the message is, and we'll have to discover this off telephone.
Oh my God! I swear. I know I wasn't supposed to say anything, but I'm getting a weird feeling right now. Johnny, remember when I was talking about I wasn't going to say anything to Tessa because nobody knows I'm going to be doing those type of readings? Well, y'all going to be in for a big surprise. Just let me tell you, and that's for you, Gabriella. All of you are going to be so shocked what kind of readings I'm being drawn to. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to leave that one in suspicion unless I can say something because I know Johnny's laughing, but she already knows what it is. I don't know why. And even though I have not touched this type of reading yet, but I keep seeing a coyote in my head. What is with a coyote?
Okay, so
Coyote
the
traditionally is a trickster or somebody who is backbiting or not telling the truth.
also,
Coyote represents trickster.
So then there's someone that's not
let
telling
me
me
know
something.
when you're done with your theory, because I have another one too.
Somebody being deceitful.
Yes,
Or
yes,
not honest
yes,
with themselves.
yeah.
That's what a coyote represents.
Yes.
No, but it's also. Oh Lord, hold on.
It's scary. It's a massive bodies instead of
Shape
just one. They're like
shifting. I got shape shifting one right when even though there is
shape-shifting.
there's a shape shifting.
Yeah, I wanted you to come to on your own. I was aware of that.
Okay, well then we need to
They
talk
are,
because
and
this
it's not
goes
their own
deeper.
fault. It's medicine men or
I know
women
it does.
using their bodies or pelts as
Yes, Johnny. Yes.
That's what I'm thinking this double vision has to do with.
Yeah.
See, but let me tell you, there. Okay, well, there's a coyote, but there is a trickster at the
we are
same
late for
time.
our break.
Well, you can take the break if you want to.
Okay, I would do it, but I'm just like, holy shit! I just realized it's like 18 minutes
Okay.
after. Here we go. We have
So what you
Hosni
can
Bronx from Jamaica. He does
hold
go
on. She's going on break. I'll tell you in a minute.
Harlem of New York. And then we have King Cinnamon from Biafra, Nigeria, with Rosie and hold
my
on,
stomach's starting to hurt now.
Okay, so Rosie, she's a very delicious bitch. And then we have Hosni Brock again with Strong Life. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Wow. Well, I'm being told that there's a Native American.
I know there is. Even though my sister said there was, and there's no proof, I know there is.
This is their land. Always has been.
See, but there's the thing is that I think they disapprove of something, but this has nothing to do with you. It's doing with humanity. Has there been a lot of trees cutting lately?
Yeah, next door. The neighbor.
Okay.
He's been gone for years. And
they're mad because they're cutting the trees.
I'm going to go over there, and I can probably do that tomorrow.
because you know, Native Indians, they live within the trees. They don't like the trees being cut.
But these people don't understand, and I'm going to try to teach them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
They're
find them.
friendly, they just are ignorant.
Yeah, they just don't understand. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, you are correct. It is something that is currently had happened last month, and they just thought that they were helping things, and it was not the time to reconnect with the new neighbors. But it will be when I bring them gifts. I'll also bring the land some gifts. So I think we can take care of it all at once, and I'll try to teach them what is happening.
Yeah, because there's a big shift. When they cut the trees, they let something out in the trees. Not the Native American.
the trees. That reminds me of
something
like
that they were holding there and using it as a repository. It doesn't
Okay.
surprise me.
There's like a door that shouldn't have been open.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can probably access those specific trees, and I can apply a medicine if they tell me what to do.
Well, you know what you can do? I'm hearing tobacco. If they don't listen, do tobacco around where they cut the trees, and
Okay,
leave the
I've got it.
tobacco. Yeah, leave the tobacco as an
I can
offering,
do that tomorrow.
because I have a feeling they're not gonna understand. So you might have to leave an offering for their for not understanding the Native American tradition.
Okay. Yep. Yep. I will do that. That is a concern of mine.
Yeah, they're just and it's funny because all of a sudden, Tess, my head hurts. I'm telling you, Tess, my head hurts.
Dude, last night. Okay, I went into
My
a
body's been
baking
just
cabinet.
acting weird. Like just everything's just, if it's not my headache, I feel dizzy today. I mean, it
It
was
was
just
bad.
it's
I
been
went
bad.
in there to find the Christmas lights for my Christmas
You know,
tree, and this was
this may
underneath
seem
my pumpkin
mundane
carving
to
shit.
a listener, but it makes sense to me.
She don't
I
hear shit.
had 2 pounds of bacon
That's what I'm saying. She don't hear shit.
last night that I got
Last
from the
night.
grocery store. I put it away, and it's not there
Yep.
now. So something's trying to get my attention, and it removed 2 separate packages of bacon.
Jean-Luc Picard, what the fuck?
Yeah, leave some. I was gonna say somebody's telling me to tell you to leave some fruit and marbles, and I was also to maybe leave an apple on the trunk. I don't know what is the trunk with the tree. Did they leave like a trunk of the tree?
Yes, it's a gifting.
Could it be the Trump?
That's what I
The
said.
Trump
The
or the
trunk.
trunk?
I said
Are you
trunk.
confused? Is it the trunk
Yeah, that's
or is it the Trump?
Yeah, just leave an apple there.
Yeah, but it's like, where did the bacon go?
You'll find out.
All the bacon in a package.
You'll find out when you leave it there. You leave it. You'll find out.
Okay, he wants his apple. All right.
Yes, that's it. That's it. He wants his apple. He wants to find where his apple is gone.
I want an apple too. Another thing.
Yeah, no, it has to be a game that's fair. If that's a game, it has to be fair. You can't just have both the bacon and the apple.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these days, when it comes to
Yes, you give the
politics,
bacon back.
what the
but
fuck is fair?
I don't know. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this has been weird.
This is a dirty motherfucker game. None
I'm
of this
telling
shit
you
makes
this.
sense.
I think all this stuff has just been getting so weird. It's all this. I mean, even I think for New Year's this coming year we're in for a big shift. The weather's been just off in the southeast, western. The snow is just everything is just.
I can tell you something about that. What's weird has happened too. It's been 2 weeks now, and I have birds, robins, and jays, and doves that I've got snow out here in negative temperatures.
I'm itching all of a
These
sudden.
birds are only spring birds, and they've been here for 2 weeks. I haven't seen them for last spring. All of a sudden they showed up. So they're here catching my attention for some reason. They're spring birds.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you when you live out in the country, do you hear owls at night?
No, I don't generally hear the owls. I hear owl mimics, but I don't hear the owls.
Because they're very low frequency for you. That's why the owls are there. They're physically there. You're just not listening.
Yeah, the owls generally talk to my husband.
Ooh.
Like I'm very connected to owls. That's just something that I can hear them from far away. It's weird. It's like I can feel like
it's spring birds, so every stuff is really out of sync right now.
Well, I would say just leave some fruit and then marbles and then apples, and then if you want, we can probably talk later. and
Yeah.
and we'll just go from there. And I'll call you from a different number.
Yeah, that's fine. And it can be at any time. If I'm not here picking, you have to start talking on the
Okay.
machine,
Okay.
and then I'll pick it up. But otherwise, I probably
Hey,
won't go
you don't
to
even
the
have to call
neighbors.
back in because guess what? I have you on the line right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then just
I have her on
All
the
right.
line right now because if she's talking, I can hear her through the speaker.
The land and the
Yeah.
balance spirits that have been guarding this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's just been just so weird because it's just.
But there is something bigger, and it has to do with it.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
what we have to talk about.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that on the air even, but we'll talk about that later. We'll leave that for me and you.
All right. So you're on track, Chris. I appreciate
We're on
you.
track.
You're welcome.
And we'll see what we can do.
You're welcome, and God bless you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you, Tessa, for trying so hard.
welcome. Thank you, Tess.
I can
Bye,
hear
bye.
you through the speaker, so
Bye.
I hope you hang in there.
Wow.
Seriously,
can't
like,
tell.
don't go anywhere.
That is so weird. I'm gonna tell you, it's just been very strange all night. So your daughter was not feeling. So your daughter was feeling not good, Tess? Like throwing up too? Is it the youngest or the oldest?
My youngest, very
Are you
lucky.
giving her? Are you giving her medicine? Or is she okay now?
She's okay. I think she's like psychically attached to shit, and she's like, I'm like, well, I'm going to send you back to school.
That is weird.
And then she's like, Mom, my face is okay. So her face is fine, but she has coughing issues. My son, his face is drying out. So I'm like, I'm going to slather you with some Vaseline. It's going to be wonderful.
Wow. I'm telling you.
It's insane what's going on there
Something
because
is
they're
so
just
weird.
like,
Something is
they're
just
both
off.
doing good. I found Lily's report card. And then Floyd, I'm like, okay, so where are you hiding your report card? He's like, and he just keeps smiling at me like, oh, I'm just gonna smile at you. Son, you need to tell me what your report card is. But I think it's gonna be pretty good too. The only one I really worry about is Nova, and she's like 18 years old now, and it's just because she's like willy-nilly, like,
I'm telling you. Everything seems off.
Seriously.
So your daughter and her were going out. Me getting dizzy, and I don't know. I'm telling you, there's a big fucking ship, man. It's insane. And even for me being gifted, it's just, I mean, I'm used to it, but I want to pinpoint where this comes from because I know some people, if they can't handle it, it will affect them. The EMF will affect them some way, and it will do something to their body.
I think my daughter just
they're just not they're just not prepared for it. That's whatever it is, that they're just not prepared.
There's no explanation for the shot. And Floyd, he's like, he's trekking up. He's like, doing his thing. But her, she's just like, she is so gifted as far as the reading, the math, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Totally gifted. But then it's like, like I said,
yeah, I find it so weird how everybody's just going through some shit. And I was intrigued because I couldn't hear her at first. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, seriously? I was like, this doesn't seem right. I
I'm going
mean,
to
it's
go
like,
back in like 30 seconds and be like, here we are with Psychic Christopher Garcia, and then Christopher Rain Fisher. But yeah, we have
it's
2
just
minutes,
so
20
strange.
seconds left.
It's so weird.
The
Uh-uh.
shadows.
A ley line. And she said that I told her about the ley lines a long time ago. And I was like, when did I tell you that shit? I don't remember.
Right?
I barely what I
Here we
remember what I
go.
said last
2 minutes.
month.
1. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening, we have Psychic Chris Garcia as well as Mr. Christopher Wayne Fisher. Welcome back, guys, and thanks so much for joining us.
Yep. Thank you, Tess, for having me on. And I think, don't we have me for January? Because I don't have a calendar. I need to go buy one.
I actually have a calendar here.
I don't know. I don't have a calendar.
Look at this. It's so beautiful.
I need to give me a calendar. You know which one I want? I want to give me a witch calendar.
This is the picture for that one, but man, it's so beautiful. So January we have the 7th, the 14th, 21st, and 28th.
Okay, we'll do the 14th.
All right, got it.
For the new year. Now I wonder what we're gonna have for the new year. I'm gonna be so excited.
I'm so excited, and I just can't find it. I just can't find it. I want to let it go.
YMCA.
YMCA.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of weird stuff, and I'm gonna tell you what I feel with this too. I got something else to tell you too, Tess. Guess what? I heard from a grapevine, which I can't say his name, but a little one that I used to talk to and used to work with, because he was on the scene. He actually stole FBI equipment.
Oh shit!
And guess what? He's in jail. Not for that, but he's in jail because he beat the shit out of somebody, which I can't say her name, and he was mean to his kids. I can't say who I'm talking about. I talked to somebody and we're okay now. It's a good friend. That I didn't think that was. This goes back to the. Never mind. I can't say that either. I can't say that shit either. I'll just give you a hint.
Damn.
You ready? It's gonna ring a bell once I say this. I'm not gonna say the first word, but I'm gonna say the last two words. You ready?
Yep.
Walker Files. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so you talking about Johnny Black or what?
No. No.
Because I'm like, ring, ding, ding, dong, ring, ding, 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 dong. And you're like, Walker File. So is that
Walker File?
I know, but we're talking about someone
like
else.
Johnny Black, like, I walked the line.
I talked to somebody, Christopher. You don't know who it is. I can't discuss that. We're on the air. Someone told me, or somebody messaged me and told me that he's locked up.
Oh, shit. That's hardcore, son.
Yeah, he was always talking shit to me and saying all this other crap. Well, I ain't gonna say anything there. He got his own karma for being not a husband. He's being a jackass. Do you know how I'm talking about this?
I do too.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Go,
Okay.
Christopher.
You can't. I'm not saying the name.
I won't
Not a-
either.
Christopher, you don't have a name?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not supposed to stay on air.
So I heard Chris Garcia. What about Chris's old lady? I heard somebody else say, yeah, okay, I got it.
No, this is something else, Tess. This goes way
What's your
back.
output on that? Chris's old lady.
Personally,
Because I don't know what your name is, but let me know.
Actually, and there was one guy on our old show that's in jail for being an insurrectionist too.
What?
is that who I think you're talking about, Mr. Ed?
No way.
You know, Miss.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
We have
Are you talking?
initials DN.
I don't know who that is. Did I work with him?
Yep, he was our host.
Go like this.
Oh, wait.
He got arrested twice. Once for wife abuse and once for being in the Capitol.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He's arrested, but not for that purpose. He's arrested for someone else.
Being Arrested Development. Move
Yes.
along, man.
This doesn't have nothing to do. Well, it does have something to do with the government, but this is more of because he. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you something, Christopher. He beat the shit out of somebody, which I can't say her name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's the second woman he abused.
But yeah, that's why he's locked up. Someone told me.
He abused one several years ago.
Is it the first one that we knew, or is it the second girl that he left her with?
Tell me
The
what you want.
the
Really
new
want.
one.
I'll tell you.
The new one.
Oh, okay. Well, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about because I didn't know her, but I heard about her. I know who you're talking about.
The
Wow.
one after one that was the lady that we know that he abused.
Yeah.
He has not lived with her in a couple years.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Wow.
So the current situation is a new girl.
But he doesn't have custody of the kids no more, right? Because that's what I heard. He lost custody.
No, he don't. That's correct.
Okay, you're talking about the pectoral person actually trying to take some sort of this is me. That doesn't fucking happen.
He tried to take a cop's jacket.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And
this is bullshit.
Yeah, he sent me the link. Somebody sent me a link that they showed him at the site that he did have the Trump thing, and that he got into the building, and that he did steal not military, FBI stuff.
Fuck him.
He got a hold of FBI. I don't even know how
he get ready for the show. Do all the shit for the show. I had to make the fire. I had to feed the kids. I had to do all this fucking shit. And this guy's like, oh, well, I'm going to take a nap and then I'm going to go do security at the reservation. I'm like, good for fucking you. But look at me. Like, I have to haul in the wood. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to feed the fire. Like, to me, is fucking bullshit. Like, I might as well be single at this point, because having you on my side is like, oh, you're an extra kid, and that's awesome.
You know what I was going to tell you too, this? I don't know if you know who we're talking about, but I'll give you another hint. It was a time when I was doing a lot of shit when I left some other stupid bullshit, and they were talking shit about me. I'll give you a hint. Network. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what we're talking about. The
You know
network.
what? The thing that got to me today is I went to the dollar store. Everything was all good as usual. Then I went to the Dollar General, and they're like, "So when you move into Arby's," and I'm like, I'm not.
What?
And she's like, "Well, Vern said you're moving to Arby's," and I'm like, "Well, Vern can move to Arby's if he wants to, but I'm not."
Wow. Wow.
And that is not the first time I heard this shit. This is like the third time. And I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you want to fucking play games? I
Wow.
will go to an attorney and I will put my foot down and be like, I'm here in my home. I've been in for 18 fucking years. And you can go to our bowls and do your shit. Like, I don't even
Wow.
know why he's spreading this fucking rumor. It's like, our landlord is like, we need to talk. Have you talked to the landlord yet? I don't think he has.
What?
I think he's too afraid to. And he's like, oh, we're moving to Arby's. And she's like, how do you deal with that dream bullshit? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I'm like, I just ignore it.
How do you spell Zoe?
What?
How do you spell Zoe?
Zoe. Okay, bye.
Bye.
No, it's
Wow.
been bad.
Okay, so you've been going through
And
a
I'm
lot of
just like,
behind
yeah,
it.
it's like
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm backlash. Like, I think I know what's going on, and then I go out to buy groceries, and they're like, "So when you moved to Arby's," I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
Wow.
What?" And he's telling all these psycho bitches, basically all this, all the psychos, like they're like, "Hey, so when you move into Arby's," I'm like, "I'm not. What are you talking about?" It really freaks me out.
Wow. So you're going
It's
through a lot
like,
of stuff behind it. You're going through a lot of stuff
yeah.
behind the scenes.
It's like,
That's
I need to
bad.
find out from these other people and come back and be like, what the fuck you talking about?
Wow. It's just bullshit.
It's
I've been dealing with
insane.
that. But you know what, Tess? You have a lot of strength. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of things that I don't know, but
Yeah,
you're gonna
me
get to do.
and Lily, we're
Well,
both like, we ain't moving. We ain't moving. This is our home. We're staying here. You can move along to Arby's if you want to, bitches. Bye, Mia. Bye. We're not doing it.
wow.
We're just like, this is our house. This is our state. We're taking care of this.
Yeah, you don't
And
have
they're
to
just
move.
like,
Yeah.
in the dream realm. Yes, I am a part of the dream realm, but really not. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I think there's a lot of people that will go through personal issues that behind the scenes. Like I went through a lot of personal stuff, but this year's been very, very, very interesting to say the least. This year has been just very strange. A lot of stuff along with, stuff that I'm going through, but I don't discuss that kind of stuff about what I go through. I'm not giving people that power. I'm good. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I do what I do, and everybody's like, "Don't change. Don't change for them." And I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because if they was irrelevant, they would be if they
Well, it's
knew
crazy
that.
because, like, my daughter, she's like, okay, so my dad and we went out to the garage. I'm like, you're not even there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But Vern went out there and trying to throw out shit, and then I'm looking at this. There's a whole fucking bag of shit that is folded, clean and folded, ready to go to transport to people that fucking need it. And I'm like, why the fuck is this in the garage in the first place? We couldn't figure it out.
Wow,
It's so
wow,
hard. And she's like, oh, this hoarder bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it's not, because there's a whole clean bag of folded shit ready to go. And you're like, oh, well, that's hoarder bullshit. Well, that might be nice for you, little sister that sits in your bedroom and does nothing, but this is actually something that is meant for someone. Someone
Yeah.
that can use this. Like, it's perfectly good clothes and shit
Yeah.
to be used.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we did. We gave like clothes that I don't want to anymore. We gave it to my uncle and said, "Go give it to the people that are less fortunate."
Mm-hmm.
Rather than like, give back. And there's things that I didn't want to wear. I'm like, I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing this. It's just in the closet. I mean, it probably fits me, but I'm not gonna wear it. Give it to the people that are poor. You know. And speaking of that too, oh my God, I'm just gonna go there. This is what pissed me off, and this was yesterday. I don't watch the news very much, but I did. Well, they said that they had 18 days. Immigrants are still crossing. They've been doing it for years and years and years and years. We hope that we put a stop and that the Congress better put something so that people
No,
can stop
Shady.
crossing. And it makes me mad because us as people, the crossing a Paso to come because they don't like the life and they want to live here that I'm the free, right? And we had our governor, which I don't really care for him. And I'm like, they're saying if they don't do anything about it, there's going to be a big chaos. Well, you know what I see? If we don't help the people that are from different countries that are crossing the border, there's going to be a big riot, and this is what I'm seeing: shooting.
And
You,
also, it doesn't help that your governor ain't popular, but they can't remove him because of the way the legal
yeah,
system is set up.
My
yeah,
governor
but
was like trying to sing songs and little ditties. I'm like, okay, bitch, just let it go. Just let it
Um,
go.
Tessa, it's
Like,
even worse
who's on the
where
rap, Jeff? Who's on the
it's
road,
even
bro? Who's
it,
on
it's
the
even worse where Chris is at. His governor is extremely unpopular, and they can't get rid of him because all the districts are gerrymandered.
no, but he won again, so he's going for another year, or
He's
second
going to
term.
he's going to keep winning until the people force him out.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I look at all those immigrants, I feel sorry for the people because they want to move.
It's
And
not
we're already
because
going back to COVID. COVID's coming back up again. The kids are getting sick. And then with all this population, with the people under the damn bridge, help them.
it,
like the
If they
it's
want to
Trump
go
not the
home to their
country.
immigrants.
family,
It's not the immigrants that's the underlying problem. You remember what he did with the state electrical monopoly, right?
no, I haven't heard about that.
That's what started this whole mess that you're
Well, with
talking
every
about.
fucking country or state or whatever, like,
Um,
there's a
Yeah.
lot of BS
anyway,
going on.
Didn't Trump do something about that? That they made a law and now
it,
Did you
Biden
not
is
see that thing where Trump's like, I'm gonna be the superhero for every state, every country?
no,
He's like,
he tried to, but your governor went around it.
that's bad. I feel sorry for those people, man. Like the
And
Ukraine
yeah, me
too.
too.
your governor won't fix the state electrical monopoly either.
Yeah, just makes me
That's
feel
what
about it.
ended up. That's what
I
got
think,
people to really start screaming.
yeah, and there's all the stupid shootings too that we're having, like in other states. Because I mean, the shootings. I mean, it's gotten bad too. The
Yeah,
shootings are increasing. It's just it's
Mhm.
your
overpopulated.
state is now like the second most violent in the nation.
Well, I don't know because I don't, but I don't know. But
Your state, my state, our state. What state is it,
I'm talking about
Christina?
Texas.
Okay, well, I'm talking about Ohio, Connecticut, Massachusetts.
So you're on a
Shit is
different
like,
conversation then.
no, it's hardcore crazy as far as like mass exodus, like really bad things happening right now. It's not just Texas, it's moved up north. This
Yeah.
virus has moved up north, and it's no longer in Texas. It's over here in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Connecticut, like wherever the fuck
Because
you can
people,
find it.
yeah, because
Seriously,
people are
brother,
trying to cross.
it is
Because
no longer in
people,
Texas.
yeah, a lot of
But
people are trying to
anyway,
cross. They're trying to
but
cross the
anyway,
border.
Hold on,
but pa-
Christopher. Let Chris talk.
There's a lot of people trying to cross the border test, and it's pathetic. It's like they're going to
And
try to
people are
cross.
being killed too for no apparent
Yes,
reason.
yes. That's what I'm saying. Well, why don't they do shit? Like, I'm sorry to say it, but I feel sorry for people. They
It's not
let
also
them put it.
right.
also
Go ahead,
they've
Chris.
seen an increase of reverse migration too of U.S. citizens going to
Yes.
Mexico.
Some going in, some going out. Just depends on what their needs are.
It's bad. I mean, it's. I mean, I
It's
just hope that
weird.
maybe, yeah, and I hope that next year, yeah, all this stuff goes away. But I mean, who are we? We are nobody to them. But it's just, seeing all
And
this,
that
and
kind of
then
seems like it too. Like you're talking about like the border, all the shit going on, and it seems like we're nobody anymore. But to a lot of people, you are somebody because
yeah,
there's a lot of us that are looking at this in a certain unique way, and we're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, doesn't matter if you're this or this or that other or whatever, there are lives being lost, and this is not good.
yeah, a
This
lot of
is
people
sad.
are dying. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we're
then
being killed.
maybe
There was
that's
a guy
why.
recently in his court process that was convicted not of murder but of manslaughter, and it's like there's like 3 or 4 different people involved in this. Oh yeah, you're a
I mean,
guy
we have
that
a lot
takes
to do
care of
with.
the border, but there's 3
That's
or 4
probably what.
different people.
You know what I keep thinking too, Ted, with everything going on? What if me and everybody that were overwhelmed with something that we're feeling something really bad's going to happen, and it's going to affect the whole
It
damn
really
world? Not over there, but here in the 50 states. There's
it
something.
really
There's
is
something coming.
happening. And it's not just like, oh, we're coming across the border. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. Okay, what about the hundreds of bodies that are being lost through the railroad station? They're coming
Ukraine,
through, they're
all
getting
that
closed
too. The
off,
railroad.
they're being killed because there's no open portal for them to breathe. They're just like starving from air. There's hundreds
Yeah,
of people starving that way. It's mass exodus. It's I hate to
it's
say it.
that.
It's really crazy. It is really happening right now.
I know. And there's nothing we can do. All we can do is just pray that things will change, because
That's the
I mean
biggest number
that's
I've
probably
seen.
why I'm feeling all this stuff, because I mean I feel
Yeah.
like I was telling Johnny and Brian, and I was thinking something's not right. Maybe we're tuning to try to make a difference, but as being gifted people, the people that don't believe in gifted mediums, clairvoyants, whatever you want to call us, they're trying to shut us out, and we're the ones that are trying to help them.
Well, on this note, we have about
Hello.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting. Would you like to tell the listeners and seers where to find you, where to contact you?
Well, they can reach me on Chris Garcia uh, on Facebook, or you can reach me at my cell phone, 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. You can also find me on TikTok, Psychic28. On Instagram, I have other Instagrams that I'm on, so I have like 2 of them. Just put my number on your phone, and if you have other apps, you will see me pop up. And thanks, Tessa, for having me on. And well, I'm pretty sure we will speak, because we always speak to Tessa. But for the rest of you that I don't speak to, I just want to say a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Have a Happy New Year.
Feliz Navidad.
Be and be safe, and just pray that us as a united nation, we pray together and try to make it a better world, because it's like Tessa said, it's getting really bad. Maybe we put all this beautiful energy into it. Maybe we can make that change. So I just want to say this Happy New Year to everyone. Be safe, be smart, start wearing your mask again because COVID's coming back, but we can just leave it in God's hands and just pray for the people in the Ukraine. Um, and God bless you guys. God bless you.
No, seriously, as far as like the state of Ukraine going, that's a major hardcore thing going on there. And people are like, oh, well, you know, it's just like warfare or something like that. This is serious.
It's affecting us
Can you
too.
imagine right now, it's the middle of fucking winter and you're freezing your fucking ass off, and they're like, nope, no power, nope, no natural gas, nope, no this, no that. Like, how the fuck are you going to warm yourself?
Yeah, it's sad for the people up there. I mean, I didn't know that it was cold up there, Tess. I didn't know. I'm glad you told me. Now I know for the people that are less fortunate, I hope they stay warm and find a way to send up some matches. Send them some matches, Tess.
The only area of Ukraine that's warmer than the north here is Crimea. They have a climate similar to the
Crimea.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, but I hope you guys
But the
have a
rest
happy
of the
new year.
places, but the rest of the
Well, we
place is a
have
continental
3
climate.
minutes, 3 minutes and counting. So, Chris, please tell us again. And then, Christopher, if you have one after that for people to contact you, please let our listeners know, because, you know, we just need
Yeah,
people in the know to deal with this shit.
Yeah, so if they want to reach me, Chris Garcia on Facebook, or you can reach me at cell phone 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Psychic28 on TikTok. And all I got to say is, like I said again, Happy New Year to everyone that I'm talking to. And be safe and have a Merry Christmas. And I hope Santa comes to your house and he's checking that list and checking it twice.
Hopefully it's not Krampus. Hopefully it's
And you can reach me on Christopher Wayne Fisher on Facebook.
Go ahead
Thank
again,
you,
Christopher.
You can reach me at Christopher Wayne Fisher on Facebook.
Yep.
Hell yes. Well, on that note,
Thank you.
thank you guys so much once again for being my friends on We Are Paradox Media's
It's
Late
been a
Night
pleasure.
Rockies. And it was a pleasure having you guys, you fellas, hanging out with
Yep.
me for sure. And I also want to thank all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, KPNL Radio, Twitter, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you're listening tonight. I really did have a wonderful time, and I can't wait to hear back from you. Tomorrow night we have Midnight's Empath Paranormal. What? In the bed. It's going to be pretty interesting. So you guys, don't forget, we're all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. Until next time, night, love and light. Take care of my yous, and you gotta look out for that Krampus and those little shadow people. It's gonna be pretty creepy these days.
Yep. And everybody just be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It was a very good show. It's just amazing how we're all noticing the changes, and just ground yourself. That's all I can say is really ground yourself. Start carrying stones with you. Yeah. Be safe. Love you guys.
Indeed.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Until next time, night, love and light. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and the week coming before you. And we'll see you back here next time. Same crazy place, same crazy time. Night, love and light. Please take care of my yous.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night. Brown chicken, brown chicken, brown.